This episode of FukaPod is a Husky session. No pun intended. Battlefield 6 beta has people talking. Call of Duty developers say they aren't worried about their competitors, but should they be? The squad is in full effect to discuss this and more with our special guest, the Husky Hokage. Let's get into it. What's good, squad? Welcome into another edition of FukaPod, a Fukaname product. Find us all across the web at Fukaname, P-H-U-C-A-N-A-M-E. Check out our other episodes of our podcast. Follow us, rate us 5 stars, please, so we can continue to bring these squad vibes to you. Here with the usual squad specs and a guest squad spec. Introduce yourselves and where people can find you in these interwebs.
Yo, what's goody, everybody? It's your boy Wavy God. That's the voice you're hearing right now. You're no sneaker lover, anime watcher, video game player. You know what I'm saying? Like Frosty said, we had a special guest with us today. But of course, y'all can always rate the podcast 5 stars on Apple and Spotify podcasts. Of course, like and comment. We try to be more consistent on the YouTube thing. So like and comment and even share with your homies, our YouTube videos and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let the next squad mate go up.
Word. Peace. What's good, y'all? This is Corner Fox, a.k.a. One Speed Wanda, a.k.a. Leroy Justice. We can keep it going. You know what it is. The Corner Fox is more dangerous than the Jackal. I'm going to always shout out Hideo Kojima. Speaking of that, I'm going to shout out Death Stranding 2, which I think is going to be Game of the Year, but we can pause that. That'll be a whole nother conversation. You can always like, comment, and subscribe wherever you see us, wherever you hear us. Let us know what you love, like, but also let us know what you don't like. Let us know what you want to see more of. Argue with us, debate with us. We got takes. We got all of it. So keep rocking with us. We got a guest today. This is going to be a great discussion. So tune in. I'm going to pass the sticks.
Hey. This is One True Noob, author, soon to be 3-time author, coming out with creator of the Order Sanctus. Keep on the lookout for that. I'll give the socials when I actually make it at that point. But if you want a preview, the ordersanctus.com. Thank you for our guest coming here, and we definitely got some takes today. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you would, guest.
I am the Husky Hokage, a.k.a. Big Husk, as some folks call me. But I also go by Marcus, man. I am a gamer, streamer, content creator, low-key gaming yapper, as some people like to say nowadays. I, like I said, play games. We talk about games. I enjoy gaming. I'm also I'm not going to say journalist. I don't like to say journalist because I'm not there yet, but I do contribute to gamersocialclub.ca as a writer, game reviewer, and things of that nature. Do some guides, things like that. So, but yeah, y'all can always find me at the Husky Hokage everywhere from TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. So yeah,
Indeed,
That's
brother,
what's
indeed.
up.
There we go.
One thing I always
Stop scrolling. That's what I've
right. Stop scrolling. I love your content.
Hey, stop scrolling. I'm gonna talk to you.
Right. Big Husk.
Thank you for joining us again today, brother. One thing I forget to always say this was I'm Frosty Phoenix, FROSTYPHENIX. Google me, find me. Oh, we got it.
Right. Don't nobody care about you. New challenger.
Don't worry, I'm gonna go when this comes out. I'm definitely gonna put that music right there.
Right.
We do
my
have
old
our
football coach used to say, if you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late.
You're late.
And if you're late, you're
Don't
toast.
do that.
Toast.
I had
the Hamptons late is unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good. Other squad spec join in. Well, I will say, Frosty Phoenix, Google me, FROSTYPHENIX. I'll leave it at that.
Google me. Google.
Google
you
me.
like that? Oh,
it's at this point. It's at that point. Yeah, literally.
All right.
He said we there with it.
On point.
Flex. Hey.
And then the random encounter squad spec that is always a part of the usual squad specs. Introduce yourselves so people know the voices coming in.
Oh, it's me. I guess everybody else introduce themselves.
Yes, sir.
What up, y'all? It's Desert Skies. We're about to go down the list real quick.
You got the late night voice on. Late night.
The late night 2 p.m. voice. Go ahead.
Right.
Quiet storm voice.
Y'all know.
Right.
We all know that Desert Fox is a better demon hunter than a corner fox. That's a new obsession of mine. If you know what it is, you know
I
what it
guess.
is.
I don't know. But all right.
You know that Desert Fox is Tekken guy before Corner Fox because he gave up on the
Damn.
game. But it's okay.
Really?
He'll come back.
Really? But that's what we doing? Really?
I mean,
All right.
so you come back.
He said he want the ones right now. You know what I mean?
Look.
Look,
We should.
until you come back.
We can pull the record off the PlayStation right now. we can pull the 1v1 records right now.
Hey, you talking about the past? I'm talking about the present. Anyway,
What's your win percentage against?
Anyway,
Do you,
it
ain't
and a
above
Desert
20.
Fox got more combos right now than a Corner Fox.
Does
But,
he?
It is what it is.
Does he?
He's not talking about Wendy's.
Damn.
Hey, but it's
Uh-uh.
funny because I'm a. Do I get a chance to respond or shall I let him?
I'm just, we out here. I'm so happy to see all the squad here. We got a guest
Right.
too. I'm like, man, we actually acting like we want to do this thing. We're doing it.
Well,
Yeah, we
we
try,
are,
man.
we are doing
We're
it.
doing a thing, you know.
We'll cut that in post. Go ahead.
Right.
But I'm just happy
Well,
to see y'all. I'm happy to be here.
Same, brother. Same.
No, man,
Same,
it's good
man.
to see you, man. I always love the shit talking. It always comes when I take a break from a game. Then Drew sending all the text messages like, "Oh, I'm taking this, I'm taking that." I was like, "Bro, don't you remember I was taking gig like a long time ago and I put the game down?" I was like, "You know what? I'm beating
Yeah,
gods
that's
of
when it
destruction.
first started. But now that we in the game for a while, like
I've been beating gods of destruction. I've been competitive. I've been doing this joint for a minute.
Yeah.
Tekken ain't.
Ain't you been doing
What
like,
did Bane say? You merely adopted Tekken. All right. I was born in it, molded by it. Okay, what are we talking about? I didn't start at Tekken 6. All right, I started at Tekken. Period. Okay, this is look, man. Look, man. But it's okay. I love it though. I love
in the arcades too.
No. You own a copy.
But let me give
Own a
props.
copy.
Let me give props because I will say, Drew Desert Skies. He's an Eddie player, right? A lot of people think Eddie cheap. A lot of people think Eddie weak. You know, he's OP. He got all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Drew has learned how to play him properly. I will give him his respect where it's due. He learned how to play him the right way, and he's a problem, no doubt about it. Now, I mean, I got answers to every question. You know what I'm saying? So it's all it's all good. But Drew picked up the sticks. He been doing his thing. You know, if only he did Dragon Ball Fighters the same way, it'd be a different story. He ain't do that. So, you know what I'm saying? But it's funny, you know, once the sticks is down. But you know what I'm saying? It's all good. I can hop back on anytime. It's whatever. Oh, it's good, though. Anyways.
That's it? So y'all good? Y'all got it out?
I do need to get
We
back.
good. I mean, I ain't trying to go back too deep into fighters. We can talk about the fighter. I'm pretty sure my fighters record against Drew is probably the same.
I haven't played fighters in a
Mark can attest to what that is.
One true noob is remaining
It is
silent.
a lot to
See
a
me in
little.
this new Marvel game that's coming out.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Oh,
token?
the
I hope that we all buy them. I hope we all, because I think that's going to be really good.
Husky, you too? Are you a fighting game person?
I am not. I do play them, but I'm not good. I'm not like good. I'm decent. And when I mean by decent, I'm decent enough to beat my kids. Other than that,
That's good. That's decent enough for real. Keep
You
them
gotta let them
humble.
know sometimes, you know?
Right, you gotta let them know.
That's how I
Keep them
always
at bay.
introduce myself when I go for fighting games. I'm like, look, I'm decent, and then if I end up being a god at it, then cool.
Mark. See, no, we're not gonna sandbag this. This what he do.
But I do sandbag.
You do. I know. You do. He sit there, he's like, oh, I'm chilling, right? I'm chilling. But he's trying to be the best amongst friends.
I'm trying to be the best among Krillin. I'm trying to put all the humans
Kriller,
against
yes.
the Saiyans.
It's Kriller time. Right.
It's
Thriller
Kriller
time, baby.
Yeah. No. It's Vegeta time. All right, that's what it is. All right. Always. Anyway,
One speed, you know.
speed, bro. It's one speed, man. All right. Riddick, hey, I need a soundbite with that. Where Riddick joined from one speed, you know, it's gonna be
Yeah,
one speed.
we can
One
do that.
speed, mine.
Yeah, you're saying.
What do you say? You either if you can't keep up, don't step up. You'll just die. That was it.
Bars.
Somebody needs to tell the AAA companies that.
Damn, that's crazy.
Shout out AAA, man.
Ooh.
That is crazy.
I think we can get into the main topic of today because that's perfectly segued. One true noob, you're getting so much better at that. I'll definitely say that.
I will say Noob is definitely started the Segway game going crazy right now.
100%,
Like
100%. So we'll start the conversation at the top. Recently, we were talking about the Battlefield 6 beta is out right now. Speculation for people playing the game. A lot of people are saying that this is a a COD ender. Call of Duty is become
We've
so
heard that many
commercial.
times.
It's not.
We've heard that many times. Like,
Wait. All right, and we'll go around the room. But Call of Duty has been a staple many generations, right? Battlefield is also a sleeper as well. Like, it's definitely held its own. It's not new to the game. It's not new to the field. But we're talking about games that are starting to drift a little from its roots. Call of Duty has taken up a lot of different things that weren't a typical function during its earlier iterations. So it's kind of appealing more to the masses. Where Battlefield 6 is more or less staying true to its roots into its sixth game. But Call of Duty has had way more than 6 iterations of its things. We've got spin-off games,
yeah,
several sequels to various chapters of Call of Duty. Comparable Call of Duty, the company that runs Call of Duty, owns Call of Duty, says they aren't worried about Battlefield. They are too big to fail.
Where have I heard that before?
Now, we can go order guests first about this back and forth about Battlefield 6. What's the word I'm looking for? New precedent it's setting, possibly for still bringing its roots back with a new iteration versus a COD that's tried to stretch maybe a little too thin to catch a wide net of a gaming base overall in this current gaming society we're in.
Appreciate y'all for giving me the floor first. I do, well, right now, I still believe COD is too big to fail. And let me say this. I played the Battlefield 6 beta. I played some last week, played some this week. It is fun. There are some things that need to be fixed. Some changes need to be made. But once again, it's just a beta. They have plenty of time to do so. And I saw the numbers that came out across Steam, where Steam had like peak numbers, all-time peak numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, I was trying to let Steam numbers blow anything up blow things out of proportion, because one, it's free, two, it's a beta, and you know what I'm saying. The real key and the real question is, will they have these numbers on launch? Will they keep these numbers when Black Ops 7 drops? So that's the thing. And granted, I want Battlefield 6 to be a good game. We need a healthy Battlefield 6 to give Call of Duty some competition. I think I said the same thing I did a TikTok on this. We need Battlefield 6 to give Call of Duty competition. Call of Duty needs that competition. They need to both be good so they can push each other. Iron sharpens iron.
Exactly.
And
But it is.
So, and what happened was previously, last Battlefield was kind of bad, garbage, or whatever you want to call it. People moved on. So you had three types of people. People that was playing Battlefield, and they were only Battlefield players. Battlefield, went away. They stopped playing first-person shooters. You had the guys that were, playing or have been playing COD. They would bounce back and forth, and then you had the people who were just strictly on COD, and they're, checking out Battlefield or whatever. It's a lot of people out there that, play these first-person shooter guys. Some people are tired of COD, and I get it. But the same thing can be said previously, like with Battlefield, is, listen, I'm trying to find the best way to put it, because it's gonna come out. I think it's gonna be good, but like, once again, I think they're charging. Are they charging what, $70 for the game?
It's $70. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna be $70 outright, or whatever the case may be.
Yo,
That's the skies. He said, "Oh,
listen." So that's what I'm saying. You got people like this. I mean, no offense to him. I mean, it's people that's like, oh, $70. I'll wait for a sale. You still gonna have that. I'm fine with Call of Duty. And once again, Battlefield 6, from what I played at the beta, man, I really enjoyed it. I like the feel of it. Had to get used to the speed a little bit, because I'm used to playing in Call of Duty where I'm going, and not, there's no omni movement in Battlefield 6. But I don't think right now bringing Battlefield back, I don't think it's gonna kill Call of Duty. Not right now. Now, once again, Call of Duty is too big to fail currently, but that can always change.
That's what I'm saying.
Changes all the time. Like a year, 2 years from now, hey, Battlefield may be cooking, because people complain about the skins in Call of Duty and all these things of that nature.
Yeah.
Like, and that's another thing with Battlefield, when they do drop, know your role and stay in your lane. Do not try to be Call of Duty. I said this the other day. Battlefield does not have to be Call of Duty to be successful. You have a base of players that love you the way you are. Give those base players what they want. They've been playing Call of Duty, or they haven't been playing at all, but they've missed you. give them what they want, so you can have them and bring them back, and you can build it from that point up. Like I said, just like DC doesn't have to be Marvel to be successful.
Yes.
Battlefield
Yes.
does not have to be Call of Duty to be successful. And
I'm glad.
I just want them to know that, because I don't want them getting out here, and once again you see what Call of Duty has done and what they're doing, and it's like, hey, we gotta start doing this. No, you don't. Listen to your people. Listen to the people that have been there with you from Battlefield 1, 2, all those Hardline, 2042, that was still playing 2042, even if it was even when it was a broken mess, and they still were enjoying. Listen to those people, because they're gonna help you build your base back up so you can be successful and you can provide a good alternative to Call of Duty. That's what we need right now.
I'm glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that. Because that's a
Or
problem.
The Marvel DC point, huh? I saw
Well,
you
it's
vibing
just
with that.
that's what a lot of gaming companies need to hear, especially when they're talking about chasing trends. I mean, let's just look at some of the gaming failures, and I know some of these are going to be recycled names, such as Concord, such as Suicide Squad, they're
keep
jumping
going.
on.
Keep going.
Right, you
I
keep
could,
going.
I could
You
keep
stopped
going.
very early there.
I mean, I just talked to Frosty about Light of Motirum. Look up that trailer if you can
Hey.
find Light of Motirum, and look what that looks like.
Okay.
I don't even know.
Oh, you talking about the PlayStation and and Tencent?
Tencent.
Okay.
Right. I'll say Suicide Squad. I will slightly say Suicide Squad a little different, because Suicide Squad, they've kind of been trying to force feed us for years, and that's been my problem with it. They've been trying to, like, oh, you really like this, take some more. Like, you really like this.
Well,
don't
and that's the thing. I'm just so glad that you said that, Husky, because know the audience that you're tailoring to. It's not Call of Duty Battlefield. It's Battlefield. Call of Duty is more run and gun, where every person, yes, you can have a role, but everybody has basically the same type of loadout where you're going through and you're, shooting up as much as you can. Whereas Battlefield, you've got the spotter, you've got the sniper, you've got the technician, you've got the planter. You need to know your role. Not everybody's going to shine. Sometimes you need to have that, 50 assists, because that means you got 50 kills. You just didn't do them.
Right. I mean, yeah, that's true.
I'm just saying, not everybody can fly the fighter jet. Not everybody can pilot the helicopter.
For us, I just want to double check. The question was, and just remind me the question, was it is this gonna topple Call of Duty? Was that the question? I just want to keep it on. I don't want to go too far off.
I think the question is, with Call of Duty trying to, it's one thing to say, like Husky said, it's too big to fail, but it's almost like to say, you saying that out loud is almost like not spilling your doom, but basically don't be humble.
Yeah.
Don't be arrogant. Yeah. Don't be arrogant.
Sit down.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Shout out to Kendrick, man. Be humble,
With that
sit down.
said, facts. Shout out to Kendrick. West Coast, man.
Because I don't know if you guys saw Randy Pitchford, the CEO of, gosh, and I'm forgetting the company, the one who makes Borderlands.
Yeah.
Gearbox?
Gearbox.
He said seeing ads for Borderlands.
He said the same thing. Where on a Twitter post or X, he said that
both are right.
No Twitter.
He said, like, somebody asked him, like, "Hey, you're the CEO. Can you make sure that this game doesn't come out for $70? Don't jump on that train." And he said, I when I was playing arcade games back in the day, I would save up my money and I would get it day one. If you're a real fan, you'll get it day one. And I was
that was crazy to say. I was crazy to say, like, yo,
time and
He
place,
not a lie,
man.
though.
Time and
He not
place.
lying.
I was gonna say it's
He's not lying.
I was gonna say
It's
it's different. It's different.
It's a time and a place, man.
Well,
Time
yeah,
and
that-
place.
What he said.
Yeah, exactly.
how he said
I was gonna say it's,
Right.
it's tone deaf how he said it.
Someone. So once again, we get you're out of touch with the community. We get you have money or
Yes,
whatever,
you
and I
got
get
money.
what you were doing back in the day. But these are not back in the day times.
These are
Things
present
are
times.
expensive. The economy is not the best that it is. A lot of people don't have, and it's a report that just came out. 18 or 17 to 25-year-olds are buying less and less games.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's
saw that.
down. It is down, and it's been down since COVID. So for you to come out and say that, now granted, real fans go pay for it. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? You go have
That's
your real people. It's certain games that I'm gonna pay. Like when they drop, I'll probably pay $80 for that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
But
playing the whole time, but yeah.
yeah, so but
But see, I agree. I agree
facts.
with what was said, though. I think that it was how it was said. I think it was a little
Correct.
bit tone deaf. I think
It,
there was an opportunity to come out and be like, it's gonna be $70, but here's what you're gonna get for that $70. You're gonna get the best fucking
yeah,
goods you ever
yeah,
got.
you going
You could,
exactly.
in other ways, you can entice people to buy
You
your game, other than
Exactly.
saying,
find ways to do
save
it.
your
You
money
find
and
better
buy
way to
that
say it.
shit. You know what I'm
Instead
saying?
of being
Yeah.
like, hey,
Like, bro, do you
brokey,
know the price of gas?
get
You know what
money.
I'm saying?
That's exactly
Like,
what he said.
don't just say that. You could, how marketing stuff works. You could find other ways to go around
To
and
say
sell
that.
something to me. But when you say something like that bit of tone deafness makes me think, oh, you a capitalist. Like, you out here for the dollar. You know what I'm saying? If I cared about you, I would say, look, the game's gonna be $70, but you got my word that this game is gonna be the best game we've made.
That's a fact.
This is gonna be the
Okay.
best thing that we can put
Easiest
out.
way to recover.
Right.
Exactly. I'm just like that. That's
This
all
is
you got to do.
the best $8 you ever spent. Type
But
shit.
that
Something
comes
like that.
that comes from that love and passion that we was talking about before. I'm really gonna get at you. CD Projekt Red didn't have to say that with words, but they sure gave it to you with Cyberpunk. They say we're gonna spend the next
But that can
4 quarters
also
making it that way.
they can also fall flat on his face like it did with Splitgate, where
Yeah.
you say you're going to
Yeah.
be. Now this kind of goes back with what you said, Frosty. Is this Battlefield 6 going to be a COD killer? What did Splitgate
It's not.
say that they were going to be? They were like, we're going to go back to the old days of Halo. We're going to go back to all those things. And look at what happened to their player base.
I mean, it's kind of half and half. I think it's because of that, and also because like the whole the way you make FPS is great again, which is like like the whole people thought it was kind of political statement, which I can understand it.
But also, I want to quote, and I don't off the outside of fighting, he got issues, but he had a quote that I always met with that he said, "I'm cocky in prediction, confident in preparation, humble in victory or defeat." Like you can come out and talk to talk or whatever, right? That's cool.
Right.
But if you drop the ball, right, you got to be humble in that, and you got to bounce back. Like that's just what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? And how you do that is you listen to the people. You get like we're in this era where everybody's listening, everybody's talking. You listen to the people, you give the people what they want. Again, and I don't mean to beat a dead horse with the CD Projekt Red and Cyberpunk 2077.
I was about to say
You've been beating it forever.
Because it's a great that's what she said.
It's a good example though. Like it's a good example.
But I think it's a great example of we've never seen a game that came out with the amount of hype and press that it got and covered. I mean, they advertised that game for like a year in advance, right? The game comes out, flops hard because of technical issues to the point where they take it off of being on sale. They take it off the store, the digital store, and then they come back, and then all they do is double down on it for years to come, right? To not tell you that they're working on it, but to show you that yes, this and I think it's just a great example because there's been no video game in the history of video games that had that rough of a start that's come back to that.
No Man's Sky. That's the only one I can
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
So
I can say that
No Man's Sky. I think why No Man's Sky did is because No Man's Sky, which was even more ambitious, was doing what no other game was doing. And I think No Man's Sky is specifically responsible for Starfield's assness when it came out.
I was just about to say No Man's Sky did with
you know what? Explain that. I'm trying to follow it out. Explain that.
And then Husky after
Husky, I'll let you.
Go ahead, Husky.
I was gonna say and I know a lot of people. So I love Starfield. I played Starfield. I love Starfield. So I will say this: it was my first real, my first full Bethesda game, and I have played No Man's Sky. I have played No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is fun, but the stuff I loved about Starfield more so is maybe not the story, just kind of the Bethesda of it all. Like I've heard so much about some of the Bethesda jank and just Bethesda overall. Like I enjoyed playing through. Now, granted, I wish they had some of the stuff that No Man's Sky had, but for me overall, like I was looking for a good RPG or a decent RPG, and the fact that I like sci-fi stuff, so I have space exploration and things of that nature. It fell right in line for me. Now, was it like a game of the year type of thing? Well, I think for me that it may have been my game of the year, but like I didn't think it was perfect or anything like that. But I enjoyed because I spent I think I had like days in that game.
I have the perfect. I really. It's not even a retort. I appreciate this because I know you mentioned this was maybe your first run into Bethesda games like this. I love this take. I love this take for this being your first, because I think Starfield as a game, this is like Andromeda for me, Mass Effect Andromeda.
Okay.
What have I told y'all about Andromeda every time?
Yeah, it's the worst Mass Effect game.
I say Andromeda is the worst Mass Effect game. But if those other games did not ever come out, Mass Effect Andromeda would be God's gift to like space RPGs. That shit would be great. But it's because of all the other Mass Effect content that it's like, So I felt that way about Starfield. I'm Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, Fallout. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? So when I play Starfield, I'm expecting that level of depth of control story, etc., and everything. And I didn't get that same thing. So
at the same time, the way they were marketing it, like, 1,000 planets. I'm like, there's no way you can have content for 1,000 planets in your game. Like, what makes your game so special? You can do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, really, what like I wanted better dogfighting and just the ability to seamlessly fly into space. That's what I wanted, and I didn't get either of those. So that's
what a lot of people wanted, and I was like, I wish we had it, because that's one of my favorite. Like when I love space dogfighting from, once again, being a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
Rogue Squadron.
Rogue Squadron. Yeah.
Star Wars Squadron. When that dropped, I played through that. Like even with Battlefront 2, I would jump in just to play the space fighting thing. Part of it. I enjoyed that. Like that's stuff I enjoy. So I was hoping for more, something more of that in there. Now one aspect of it I did, like I know they've added some mods, added some stuff there, doing updates. I haven't jumped back in since the last update or whatever, where you got the car and you got a vehicle and you had like the Shattered Space DLC or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But I've heard a lot of good improvements. I've been meaning, when I get some time, I'm gonna jump back in, man. But like I really want it. And also I will say the shipbuilding, it was annoying, but it was fun.
It was kind of fun when I was like, oh, you can
it was costly.
That's the thing.
It was costly.
That's the other thing, man. But I can completely agree with you, Corner Fox, on that. Like, for me, like what I say, that's why I tell people I don't disagree with people when they say they didn't like it or whatever. I understand, because for me, this was my first
different experience.
First time in that. And like I said, I love sci-fi stuff in general anyway. But being in space, I was fine. You know what I'm saying? I was enjoying it.
And to the original point that I was making, I think that No Man's Sky came through and started with, they were big on trying to have, their algorithmic way of creating new planets, and also the ability to seamlessly go into space, like that new kind of piece of it. See, Cyberpunk wasn't necessarily giving us something we've never seen before. Cyberpunk was giving us a great game. I think No Man's Sky giving us something that we've never seen before, gave them the opportunity to come back. I think Cyberpunk actually had a more difficult time because they had to come back and still try to impress us with this first person, somewhere between Deus Ex, somewhere between Grand Theft Auto kind of world, right? Whereas,
for the most part. Oh, that's a good marriage of the two.
So I think, I was like, oh, that's tough to still kind of, but they was able to make it happen. I think No Man's Sky, they doubled down on what they was doing. And for me, I was like, well, the fact that they nailed that now raises my expectations for Starfield. Now I'm like, okay, well, you see this over here, and you talk about all this. If they could do that, what could you do?
Built this in a cave with a box of scraps.
He built this with a box of scraps. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? That was real. That was a real scene. That's how real CEOs be. Like, but they built that shit over there. Why you can't build that?
Yeah, why can't you do that? That's crazy, man.
2 engineers and an intern.
He's different.
What's wrong with you?
With 2 engineers.
Okay, that's Tony Stark.
With 30 people.
But also, that's also because people thought Tony Stark was just like rich. Like, nah, bro, was a genius. Like,
he was a genius. Yeah, he was a genius.
Like,
what I will say,
I'm just underpaid, and
he cared about what he made.
Right.
He was also going to die if he didn't make it.
Exactly.
Right. It was to save his life too. But he was capable.
Yeah, he was capable.
Yeah, Tony Stark could do that with a box of scraps. I can't do that. It's like, give the master a stone or a stick versus the student with the sword. You know what I'm saying? The bastards go with that. The master understand they don't need all that.
Like,
Tony Stark in a cave of scraps can do more than I could ever do with a lab. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, basically.
I'm gonna probably get a little flack for this, but Tony Stark did have help. I just want to point that out.
For sure.
Paper scraps. Right?
He did.
Oh
He
yeah,
did.
he had bull.
Absolutely.
He had bull. No, you're
Absolutely.
absolute. You're
Absolutely.
absolute.
Look,
Shout out to. I don't remember the.
Give,
I don't remember
give
the dude's
me
name.
him too. If you
But,
gave me him, I
yo,
still wouldn't be able to
But
make
yo,
that.
facts. But facts.
Yo,
You know what?
RIP to the minorities who help the white people be great and never get mentioned.
Nah,
Damn,
in
that's
fact,
tough.
gave his life too.
It's
But
a
Gave
fact.
his life, bro. Husky.
Hey,
Thank you for that, bro.
that's a fact.
Facts.
That's a
Because
fact.
you know what's funny? That's another argument against people trying to be haters on Riri Williams and Ironheart.
Now look, before we go into this, I have not seen all of Ironheart.
I
so let's
mean,
Ah,
she's black and
why
a woman.
not?
She was gonna get hated by all the racist people.
She
and
was, but
misogyny
and I'm not.
anyway,
But the surface argument has always just been like, Tony did all this XYZ. We're not going to go into that. That's a whole nother episode about just fiction and Marvel and all that kind. We mentioned it earlier.
The white man did better than the black woman. How dare you praise her? Also,
But Tony did XYZ in the cave, and he was a genius, and people were opposing like what Riri was building, why she was doing it, all that kind of stuff. And Husky reminded us like Riri had the resources, she got all that stuff, but she's also a genius too. But she had the lab during Wakanda Forever. You know what I'm saying? She had the Wakandan lab, and then even in the series, I'm not spoiling anything, Corner, like basically at MIT, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever. And then Tony, people argue, oh well, this is what he did, and then Husky's like, well, he didn't do it alone, and technically he had
his own stuff. He was
using
his own
and
stuff.
he was given stuff. He was given stuff by this terrorist organization because they wanted him to remake something for them to use.
Yeah.
He was given resources to do something with his genius. So it's like, it's a very solid point.
Also,
all I hear is, I'm better than the two black people in my small white town, so thus. It's like, no, calm down.
People that say that
you
basically
projecting
are
a lot
Riri.
over here, Mr. Man.
People that say that about Riri, to me, I feel like they never read like her source material.
Too. They said about Shuri.
And Shuri, because like Shuri is like super smart, and Riri, if you read her source material, like you know that she's like, she had like the AI help from like I don't know if from Tony and stuff like that, but at the same time, it's like she was in Civil War II, which wasn't the best read, whatever. But I mean, she was in there, and like she was helping like with a lot of stuff, and like she was like super smart. And they said that she was super smart, so like
people know. But that's the thing.
Isn't
people
it canon
always
they're both smarter than Tony Stark?
Like,
who?
Sure, I know
Riri.
I know Shuri is in like Marvel comics. Shuri
is Shuri smarter? Okay.
Shuri and Riri, I believe, was stated to be. Oh, this was early on. Like that was early on when Riri was first.
I know Riri was definitely
Riri
up
was
there.
supposed to be stated as that. Shuri was stated as that too, but everybody said, and this is part of the flag. Everybody was saying, "Oh, that's because she grew up in Wakanda, and so she had, blah blah." But it's just
don't
like
matter. She's still
it don't matter,
right?
Like it don't.
It don't
like, just be like she was like she's smart and is there with Wakanda. Like if Tony was born in Wakanda, obviously not. You know what I'm saying? Then he would have had that too. Like he would have had that as well. But that's the thing.
Not like he had a millionaire father.
It's not.
Stuff
but
to like,
but see, a millionaire father. Let's be real though. A millionaire father. That's different than Wakanda. That's still different.
Right, and you know what? And I'm gonna throw this in here. I'm gonna throw this in here, and I know we'll get ready to move on with that conversation. No, trust me for this, because this might feed more of your conversation that you're trying to say. So a quick Google search. Shout out to both answers. So I'll read them off both quickly. For the Riri Williams being smarter than Tony Stark answer, I'll just use the AI summary for the conversation for the sake of time. In the Marvel Universe, Riri Williams is portrayed as being at least as intelligent, if not slightly more so, than Tony Stark, particularly in terms of raw intellectual potential, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
While both are brilliant inventors and engineers, Riri's childhood prodigy status and ability to create sophisticated technology like a functioning quantum computer suggests a higher level of natural aptitude. Now,
yes,
Shuri, the question of whether or not, this is another Google summary, question of whether or not Shuri is smarter than Tony Stark is subjective and often debated. While both are brilliant inventors and engineers, Shuri has the advantage of growing up in Wakanda with access to vibranium and advanced technology, whereas Tony built his inventions from scratch with limited resources. Ultimately, both characters demonstrate exceptional intelligence and ingenuity, but their approaches and resources differ significantly.
My point
such a compromise answer.
My point, it ain't even a compromise. My point is that they grow up, right? And not only vibranium being key, but remember, motherfuckers didn't know how Cap Shield worked. People didn't know how vibranium.
Mm-hmm.
They grew up with a different periodic table. Like their understanding of things is a little bit different because they had
By
different
one element.
things. Well, yes, but within that one element, you can do a whole host of other things. Like that one element now gives you the ability to utilize energy differently, create and
That's right,
destroy
'cause
it differently. So
yeah.
like you could take that one element and have so many different outcomes with it. So now we're at a point where we're talking capability and access to different things. So yes, like Tony didn't have the, some might say privilege of working with vibranium. That's a natural resource. Yes, he had money, but that's a different. It's a difference, right? Like there is a very distinct. He's working in iron and steel, right? They're working in vibranium. That is very different in terms of energy output and consumption. So my whole point behind this is why can't they just all be smart? I don't know that it has to be this smartest person. Like it doesn't need to be this.
Well, that's one reason I was staying out of the conversation because I only know like the top three, Reed Richards and
Peter
like all
Parker.
those.
And, like,
Yeah.
Is it the
Wait, Peter Parker is the
character
top three?
No,
I don't know if
he's-
Peter
No,
Parker-
I'm not. No,
No.
I feel like strong. He's been top 5 like strongest, I think, in the Marvel comics. Not
Oh,
smart.
like,
My
I
bad.
know Peter's
My
smart,
bad.
but
I'm bugging. I'm sorry about that.
not making no quantum.
I wouldn't put him
computer.
top 5 strongest either. But
Yeah, me neither.
Wait, what?
About there?
I would.
No.
I mean, top 5 strongest. I wouldn't.
Top
Put,
five.
I wouldn't put Peter Parker.
Like what?
I mean,
Hulk,
physical strength. Are we talking?
Namor,
Wait.
Thing.
I was gonna say first you got to define
Strength we're
strong,
talking.
but
Are
this
we
might
talking-
be
are we talking-
another.
That's
That's another
Yeah, that might be
another
another
episode.
episode.
Another episode.
Because
But
I can name 5 people that are stronger than Peter Parker right now.
I mean,
It's unquestionably.
off the dome, like
Hulk,
Was it
Thing,
Hulk?
Century.
Franklin Richards. If we're talking about-
No.
well,
Physically,
that's
I'm
more
just
of a
talking
powers
physical.
issue. We're talking about natural.
Who
physical
who
strength.
could bench press more? Who could throw a car further? But I mean,
you don't need to bench press nothing.
Silver Surfer.
He does
Gamora,
not. I mean,
Hulk,
shout out to Fantastic Four.
Blue
movie.
Marvel, and you know what I'm saying? Like there are stronger ones, and that's okay.
Classic Fukuname segue to a different segue.
Classic
to a different
Right.
You know, I missed these, but
But
I will
Spider-Man is
say
underrated. Spider-Man is so very underrated.
he is, but he's not in the pantheon. He's just underrated, right? But he's not in the
I
pantheon.
mean, I would.
of-
What if he arm wrestled Thor? Thor would snap his shit off. Like,
I mean,
as he should.
I
Or is
can
it
imagine it too. All you hear is a.
I mean, maybe he puts up
Mr.
enough
Stark,
of
my
a-
arm doesn't feel so good.
no, but I'd be a dead ass. You know what I'm saying? Like that should happen. That should happen. Like I can name 5 Asgardians who's stronger than Peter Parker. So
I mean,
like,
sure, okay.
but that's why I was like, what kind?
Yeah.
I mean, amongst the people who are from and on Earth, okay, maybe now we have a conversation. You know,
Yeah, Frosty, switch the subject. We about to keep going.
No, I know you're not. So I was actually going to go back to the Battlefield 6 versus Call of Duty conversation.
Yeah.
Drew, you can give your points. I can give mine, and we can go into the anticipated games.
he about to bring up Apex.
Like,
He's gonna be
one
like,
of the-
neither-
I'm not raising
one of the
my
Same
hand.
company.
Hero
Same company
shooters
as Battlefield.
because Desert, you're in the, and I always preface this, not to always put you on the spot. You're in the gaming industry. You are in it, and I see you sharing different jobs and everything that come up. So you have your ear to the ground from an insider perspective, and then even from that perspective on people that are generating these games and this Battlefield 6 versus Call of Duty conversation. Like, what's your take on this?
See, that's very nice and generous of you. I have my ear to the ground on my game.
Yeah. No, but and,
I
know,
you know,
I'm working on it.
I'm still employed, but like for
Right.
everybody else, like I just think companies need to stop listening to the internet and trying to be the game killer of whatever genre you're in, because that's what really kills people. Because it's like, oh, Marvel Rivals is gonna be the killer of Overwatch. It wasn't. It was like, oh, this game's gonna be the killer. This game is not. People have their different lanes and what they enjoy. Now, was I on Overwatch heavy for years until Marvel Rivals came out? Yeah. Do I touch Overwatch as much as I do Rivals? Not at all. But I mean, like, everybody has their lane. Like Husky was saying, or HH, I'll figure out a nickname, which one I prefer.
Big Hus.
Double
Big
H.
Hus. All right.
Double H.
Double H.
You know?
But it's like, if you're in your game, even if the so-called killer comes out, you're going to try it for a week or a month like everybody did Rivals, and then you can go back to what you love. And that's
Right.
what people did with Overwatch. They're like, oh, this is kind of cool, but now I'm going back to Tracer. And now I was over here like, oh, this is kind of cool, F-Tracer. Like, I was like, oh, this is a super fun game, but I still enjoy my time either way, whatever game I'm playing. So I'm like, companies need to stay away from the trolls and be like, hey, this is going to be a great addition to whatever genre you are about to enter. or re-entering. You know, so
I,
that's
I
my
Good
opinion on
point.
the whole thing.
that sparked a thought in me. I don't know that I gave like I talked about a bunch of other stuff. I don't think I really gave my take, but ultimately I'll keep it quick. I don't think that it's gonna kill Call of Duty. It won't. It shouldn't. I fully agree with what everybody said. It's gotta. You stay in your own lane. You do your thing, and you do your thing well, and you have your fans. Like that's what you spend too much time trying to get fans from other places and trying to take their stuff over. You know what I'm saying? That's not the way to go. I'll think about it like I like to joke about the Apple and iPhone or and Android kind of debate. You know what I'm
Shout
saying?
out to
Apple and
Griffey.
iPhone, that's crazy.
Shout out to Griffey.
Yeah,
What the
like
iPhone do? Nothing.
The whole thing is that like people with Android will normally be like Apple is weak, iPhone's weak. Samsung was dropping commercials, name dropping Apple or whatever. It's like Apple ain't like need to say nothing. Like you don't need to say nothing, right?
I hope there was nothing
Like
personal on that screen.
right. Right. Clip that. But like it's one of
That's your
those
debit
things
card?
where you do your thing. You do your thing. Like Android dropped 12K this and that. Cool. Like we know Apple's gonna come out with it later, and their fans are gonna be just fine. Like they'll be just because they worry about their lane. It is their lane, and you worry about your lane. You do your thing. So it's not about killing Call of Duty, but B, Call of Duty is too big to fail. That's a big brand. Call of Duty could release 3 back-to-back garbage games, and they could
Duds, and
come
it's
out
still like
with
yeah.
and still be fine.
And
Still be
make
But
fine.
cause shout out to like I said, shout out to I mean, not the best example, whatever. But shout out to Cardi on her new song, Imaginary Players. She's put like,
Where
my
are you
flop
going?
and your
Where are you
flop.
going with this?
I'm letting him cook. I'm letting him
Look.
cook. I'm letting him cook.
This ain't cooking yet. This is ingredients.
He was saying she flops or whatever. He was saying she flopped in her certain singles, whatever. And she's like, look, my flop and your flop is not the same. If I
That's
flop,
facts. That's
if
facts.
y'all flopped my numbers, y'all pop champagne. But if I did your numbers, I'll probably jump out of plane.
That was bars.
It's
I
that
heard
kind of
that. I
stuff.
was
You know what I'm
like,
saying?
wow.
Like
That's
see,
facts.
like it's supporting
Okay.
Corner's point
All
of
right.
like Corner like they could release like 3 duds every year or like each year, and their numbers is still higher than like the good games numbers that like we all in the door, but like it's not the on their level. You know what I'm saying? Because Call of
Yeah.
Duty has such a casual level and like some other hardcore player levels. You know what I'm saying? So that's
See
all I'm
that?
saying.
That
He
can
cooked, put it on
sometimes.
the plate, and served it up. There
He
you
did.
go.
He
Yeah.
did.
I will send that back to the kitchen.
Hey, look. He mentioned
that
Cardi
home.
B. I just was like, "Where are you going with this?"
Man, he reached his
Like,
head
where you
all in
going
the
with
kitchen, like, "Are you sure you want
That
to
is
cook it
why
that
I
way?"
said this is not the best example, but she did say that in the
No,
song.
that's a good example.
That's
That
a
was a
good
good one. You
example,
brought it
bro.
back.
I
That was
will
a good
say
one.
though,
Stand by your examples.
the only danger with that though, Wavy, the only danger is
Mhm.
that you can learn the wrong lesson because your sales can be so high.
Sure.
As y'all have heard from me from the last podcast I've been on, I'm a Monster Hunter fan. Monster Hunter sold 10
You
million
are?
copies in
Tell me more.
had no
let me take you to the Church of Sujimoto. No, but yeah, Monster Hunter sold 10 million copies within the first quarter from February 29th to about April. You want to know how many copies they've sold in the second quarter?
1,000.
Less than a million. Less
Really?
than 500,000.
I know you were saying that like they kind of catered a lot more to the casual fan, and that probably like did it take a lot of a lot of hardcore fans like off of the game.
So, well, that speaks to the point that you were saying that,
Mhm.
your flop is not my flop. The only thing that I would caution with other companies looking at that is that with that mentality and not listening to your customer base, there's a balance. You can take the Steve Jobs approach and say, I'm going to give you something that you're not asking for, and then you're going to ask me for more of it. Or you can take the approach where it's like, okay, build a better mousetrap and they will come. And so there's a dynamic, there's a balance between the two. Don't listen so much because, yeah, your players probably don't know exactly everything they want. They just know how to say, I want this in the game. This goes back to Battlefield versus COD. Like,
Mhm.
you don't need to make it everything for everyone. You need to make it the best product that you can make it because you'll find your niche.
Yes.
That's what a lot of
Yes.
influencers, that's what a lot of streamers do. They don't look for everybody. They look for people, shoot, the Minecraft scene. some of those are the most successful streamers, and all they do is play Minecraft because that's their audience. They
And
don't
Minecraft's
need
a big audience.
In a
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
they,
In a
they don't
movie.
need to they don't need to go like, people like Tim the Tap Man or Ninja or all those people. They have their following, and yes, they love to see their follower count go up, but they've got their stable count. That's what they do. They move from shooter to shooter to shooter, or they move from game to game to game, and yeah, that's their audience. So that's the only thing that I would caution against. Numbers do matter, but you always have to look at the subtext and the context of them.
Also
Because
very
10,
true. Yeah.
10 million on the front side is like, yes, we made our 10% that we're supposed to
You
make
made our
every
profit
year,
and
which
whatnot.
is
Yeah.
Capcom. Why would you set yourself up for failure?
No,
Anyway.
don't you dare. Oh my gosh, don't you're triggering me, right? Mega Man Legend 3, like where we at, bro? Like what you talking
Bro,
about?
But to
Yeah, don't
land the
start me.
plane.
It's coming
to
soon. It's
land-
coming soon.
No, it's not.
coming soon.
No,
it's
it's
not.
It will
No,
come
it's
soon.
not.
Stop
You have to
this.
pray to the Capcom
Stop
gods.
this.
It will come
Stop.
soon.
There are no
Nah,
Capcom
before
gods.
GTA
There are no
6. To land-
Capcom
Before
gods.
land
GTA
the
6,
plane.
please.
See what you did? This is what you did, Frosty. You did it.
No, he said Capcom. He tripped me up.
No. You gonna blame
He
him
got me started.
for tilting.
The 10 million and the 500,000, you have to look behind it. Now, investors may not do that. They just may be like, where's our return?
Yeah, basically.
But you have to look at the context behind it. So that's all I'd say.
How investors have, and thank you everybody's points, and I think I'll wrap it up. Desert, did you have another point before I wrap up my point and we move forward?
Move forward, wrap it up, and then move forward.
Okay. All right. Everybody
Wrap
made
it
valid
up,
points.
man.
I don't have to
A Desert Fox
reiterate.
is more horny. Go ahead.
Whoa!
Always.
What are we doing? What is happening?
I
And why
apologize
is it
for that.
happening?
I'll put myself in timeout.
Hey yo,
Uh,
hey
This is why
yo.
he's a noob.
God.
The one true noob. I'll put you on one day. We'll take you to Vegas. Don't worry.
Shout out to Comic-Con.
Hey.
I was not expecting that at all.
Neither was I. My God.
Woo! Okay. So the point everybody was making, to reiterate the point, is again like knowing your lane. And Call of Duty, will it be dethroned? Probably not. Not for a while. But Battlefield's also being in the lane of the audience that they do appeal to. I definitely support that idea. To Noob's point about the CEOs or the investors looking at a game, it's interesting how they don't look at something that they're investing in and understand that it's not just it that sells it because it's this. Like say not to name drop, but like say Starbucks. And it's like people like Starbucks because of the logo and the name at this point, but they give trash coffee. Unfortunately, people still buy it. Versus like the little small coffee shop
Mhm.
that makes quality coffee, people aren't going to go there because it's got stiff competition of the Starbucks up the street. So it's like, but certain things don't just sell off of the name, and unfortunately, that's like a lot. Like Call of Duty has that ground to stand on, whereas like a Monster Hunter, which has a niche that they betray that niche, and other people that don't follow it, you're going to suffer, right?
I mean, yeah.
So, I mean, more success to Battlefield 6 coming out, and I've seen a lot of people on my PlayStation friends list playing the beta this weekend.
Yeah.
So just the stepping up, like on the one side is like Call of Duty, humble yourself a little bit. Battlefield, do what you do best. That's I think overall the summary of the discussion here.
Yeah.
And shout out to you, Husky, for saying that you played the beta. I didn't play the beta at all, so that's good to you that you played the beta. You could able to say like what was in it, what could still be fixed, and all that.
Yeah.
And I think the one thing that you said, Husk, that we didn't go back to, but I think it is the most important thing here, to be completely honest, is the competitive aspect. I think that we need healthy competition
Yes.
amongst games and game companies. We need them to say, yo, I'm going to outdo y'all, and I'm going to outdo y'all, and I'm going to make something that people love even more and more and more and more. Like, yes, not just I can get more money from them by finding a new marketing model and by charging $7 instead of $5. Like, no. How can you actually serve the gamers? That's the competition. Like,
NBA Live, you hear this? Please come back to give 2K some competition, please.
NFL Game
y'all
Day.
Needed. NFL Game Day, and NFL 2K. Like y'all need to do something because they have too much of a staple on like the sports gaming world, and it's stifling their creativity. You know what I'm saying? So NBA
bring back
Live,
backyard
NFL
sports.
Game Pass, huh?
Bring back backyard sports.
Yeah.
They did formula, but I think they had it for a little
Backyard
bit. I don't
baseball
know if it.
came out.
Yeah.
Backyard they did. I think they redid or something. Backyard baseball did come out like a couple of months ago, like a remade
They
or
brought
remaster.
some.
It
It's
did
on
come out.
Steam.
Did I miss it? Oh man.
It's on Steam, I think.
It's on Steam.
Oh, if it's on Steam, that's why I didn't see it. I'm like, I need that on console.
I'm back from my timeout. All right.
We didn't forget.
Yeah, Backyard Baseball 01 release date announced for PC, iOS, and Android a month ago. Shout out to ESPN.
I said mobile too. Oh,
So we just skipping consoles? Ew. Gross.
Mobile, I mean, that's another conversation I think we touched on about the mobile approach with everything now,
They can put that on PC. It's all
Listen,
good.
mobile
Is that
is
an
a-
anticipated game for you?
Yes.
No,
I
for
loved
me.
backyard football. Like, that was my game. Pablo Sanchez, like, man, that was my dude. Best all rounder.
Yeah, they got
Husky, you're saying?
I was just saying mobile is a lot of us gamers don't realize that it's not about console games anymore.
Mhm.
Anymore. And as much as I'm a console gamer. I have a PC, but I'm a console gamer through and through. But it is not just about console market anymore. Mobile is taking over a big chunk and a big market of that, and we don't realize that. Now, granted, and people be like, because I know I have all the consoles. I'm blessed enough to be able to have all of them, but I ain't got to switch to yet. But I know a lot of people, just especially when the console war talk gets up, people like to bring up PlayStation sold this many units and all that. Those PlayStation units are being sold to those same people. So those same people that had PS4s, PS3s, they're just rebuying the new next generation. And there's nothing wrong with that. However, what is something generally everybody has from and I don't condone it, but from like 5 years old to 70 years old? What is something everyone has?
A phone.
A cell phone. Exactly. And you know how easy, that's one of the reasons why, people hate some of their practices. And I don't agree with all of them, but Microsoft buying like a King to get that Candy Crush money. Like, people sleep on how big the mobile market is. Apple just released the iPhone that can run Resident Evil with 8 or whatever it is. Like, games are getting, people have those games. You can play certain games on your iPhone without not through the PlayStation app or the Xbox app, like something, whatever they have on iPhone, like an Apple Arcade or whatever, but you can play it on your iPhone.
Hey, Warframe is on the mobile now.
There you go. Call of Duty got Warzone mobile, PUBG mobile. You know what I'm saying? Like Fortnite can be played on your phone. Mobile is a growing market that is not.
I don't even know if it's growing. I think it's been grew. It's been a staple for me.
But it's not running dry. Like
okay,
not running dry like the console market is, and especially the prices of where like how high consoles is. You know how many people had PS4s still until this
Still.
They need to do something else, man. You gotta get them out of here. These PS4 players, you gotta get them out of here, man. You gotta get them out of here.
I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Like, especially if you want. So I say this, especially if you are only playing certain type of games. Like if you're not with I'm not looking for the latest and greatest. I'm not playing those first party titles like I'm not playing the Spider-Man, the God of War, whatever that's going to strictly to PS5. If all I'm playing is Fortnite or certain other multiplayer games, some things of that nature that don't require me to have that, what do I need to upgrade for? That's what I'm saying. And people be like, well, we need to get them out of here. Y'all broke. Because I hate that argument of they broke because they ain't got a new one. No, maybe they just don't play the stuff that you playing, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, they're not broke. It's definitely not broke.
I don't want to put my money into that. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't necessarily have to have that to have fun. Especially, like I said, I was talking to one of my followers the other day. I was watching her stream. She was streaming Outlast Trials. And she was like, I was asking her, she was like, hey, I'm playing on my little old PS4. And she was streaming Outlast Trials from her PS4. Having fun. She was like, I'm gonna upgrade when I'm gonna upgrade soon or whatever, but I really said need to. And listen, if the system can still run the games you wanted to run, I don't see.
I mean, hey, if you like the jet being in your living room, that's fine. Do what you
Yeah.
want to do. Like,
Yeah.
hey, like,
Land in a joint like this.
the whole time you turn it on, like,
This might
That was funny.
this
Man,
might be a
listen,
hot take, but I've always said if you're willing to wait on some things, because I know first party exclusives don't necessarily always arrive at the first time. All you need to play everything today is a Nintendo system and a PC,
yeah, for the
Yeah.
most part,
To
yeah,
play most things today.
most
and
things,
that's
yeah.
and that's why I said
90%.
not necessarily 90% day one. You may not be able to do day one things, but yeah, you
But
got a
Eventually,
PC and
you'll
a
be able to
Nintendo
but
play
console.
it.
if you want to play most Game of the Year candidates,
most, and that's why I told people. I always when people ask me what console people ask me what console should I get or what console should I get my kid or things of that nature, and I always ask them what games they play because easy answer people like, well, get them the PS5. Do they really need a PS5?
You
nah.
know,
Are
I
they
like your
playing?
response to that too. Like,
That's a
what games do
fact.
you play? That's
What
a
Do
good
games do you
you
one.
play? Because if
like?
you want to play certain games, go get a Series S. I tell you, and people talk bad about it. People like, granted, if you're a serious gamer or you're someone, do not get a Series S. Get the X or get the PS5 or whatever the case may be.
We should have a
But if
giveaway.
you're playing multiplayer games and
We haven't done
you
one in a
played
while.
a certain thing, little small, every now and again you'll jump out your pocket and play something, random like, just one of these other games. Go get the Series S. You get the next gen, somewhat of the next gen experience. It can run pretty much everything, all the newer games, and you can still play all your old stuff, and it's still, as fast as some, the PS, well, not as fast, but it runs stuff really well, and you don't have to worry about any of the, the lag or the, the old previous gen that you may have experienced or whatever.
Yeah.
I always recommend the Series S to folks because that's what I ask them. Tell me what you play first. All right, if you play this, this, and this, and that's all they play, listen, save some money. If you can find a PS5 for cheap, because that's what they were asking for. A lot of times, PS5 is the popular kid. That's always PlayStation is a popular kid. But if you can find one for a decent price, get it. However, you want to save some money, you still want to go get a Series S. They'll be able to play Fortnite with their friends. They'll be able to play Apex. They'll be able to play all these multiplayer. They'll be able to play Call of Duty and be just fine. Like, it's right there. It's cheaper and it's a good option. The only thing I don't like about the Series X is it's not the Series X itself. It's Microsoft and their parity clause.
Mm-hmm.
They had a parity clause where it has to be able to
Yeah.
run on the Series S. And like if it can run on the X, but it can't run on the S, they can't release it. That's like with Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like how
Baldur's
Wukong
Gate
is
3.
having Wukong too. I think because that's
Oh,
how it was
it
delayed on
was
the Xbox. Yeah,
Yeah, it
That's
was
how
like
I
if
was
it
gonna.
can't, if they because of that parity clause, if it can't run on the Series S, Microsoft won't like pass it to where it can be released on their things or whatever the case may be. Which is to me, I think it's dumb. But they was like, you leaving out certain players. And that's when I'd be like, get your money up and get the X.
I've been talking about them shooting themselves in the foot, and this is exactly why. Now, when you got all these people with computers, oh, you got your kid this laptop, okay, boom, like they can go and get PC Game Pass. They can play a little.
there you
They can
go.
play some little joints on there too. They'll be.
That was the old Microsoft. That's the new Microsoft right there.
Yeah,
They don't care about they may release another console, but they don't care about that. They want you to get. They just want you in their ecosystem. They want
exactly.
you to get Game Pass.
They just
Yeah.
want
I
you.
don't care what you
in-
get it on.
Exactly.
I just want you to get some of me. Just get whether you get it on your PC, your Xbox, your TV. I just want you to get some of me.
Everything's an
That's all I
Xbox,
want.
right? That's what they said.
everything.
Everything's an Xbox.
I
Well,
mean,
There you go.
go ahead, Wavy.
multi-platform is trying to do. I think even PlayStation's trying to do that multi-platform thing. You know what I'm saying?
And
Yeah,
that's a whole other conversation, man. I can go, but it's all because people don't listen to me. I've been saying this for the past. When Microsoft started doing it, I said PlayStation ain't too far behind, and a lot of people don't believe me because, well, PlayStation they got this many consoles. Their attachment rate with their first party games is boo boo. Like people, only company that has good attachment rate is Nintendo.
because you can't play it anywhere else legally.
Exactly.
And
They're being stingy with it.
listen, but they also make quality games. It's rare you get
That
a
they
Nintendo
do.
game. You get a Nintendo game that's you know what I'm saying. So
Mhm.
you look at PlayStation 5, well, PlayStation, their first party games from outside of Spider-Man and maybe God of War, like, but it still took Spider-Man 2 a minute to break even. Like it didn't break even till I think close to a year after its launch. Like people are not buying those first party games. I told people a while ago, the PlayStation 5, while it sold the most units, it's a 2K Call of Duty Madden box. That's what it is.
Wow.
And that, I mean, at the same time, I mean, that, you know what's crazy? That did come out that a lot of people that are getting games
Here-
now, I think 60% of gamers are playing like games from like 6 years ago type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
So this goes into the life cycle conversation of the console, and it also goes into the quality of the games, because we do see people buying those games when they get to Steam also. Like,
Yeah.
we've seen
Mhm.
a ton of these games get bought. Everything from Spider-Man down to, I mean, most of PlayStation, Death
You're
Stranding,
looking for the
all the
horizon.
way down. Right. I mean, when those joints go to Steam, people are eating them up because they didn't get a chance to buy
Why
them.
do you think?
I
Yeah.
I just want to say I agree in that standpoint. What I'll say, what makes PlayStation okay, in my opinion,
Yeah.
is at the very least the quality of the games are there.
Yeah.
And I won't say
Yeah.
across the board.
Visual.
I won't say across the board, because I do think that if we talk about the entire library of games that comes out, I don't know that I'm saying that PlayStation necessarily has like the best per se, but I know that at the top, the cream of PlayStation's crop are Game of the Year candidates.
Yes.
That's what we're getting.
Yes.
The Xbox is not the case. Nintendo, that the case is you got great at the top and you have a lot of quality in between. A lot of and you can only get it there. PlayStation, you're gonna get a lot of fire at the top, and in the middle, you like, I mean, Lord of the Fallen, like you get stuff like that. That's what you get stuff like that in the middle tier. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of where it's like, okay, well, I'll wait for that. I'll wait for that to come to Steam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Spider-Man 2, I will say, I agree with you from a sales standpoint, though I do think it probably would have gotten more had it won Game of the Year, but it was a bad situation because it was up against a ton of other things.
It was
Couldn't-
against
it
a
was
stiff
it-
competition.
There's no way it was going, but it was a great game. I was sad. I was like,
good.
I want you to win.
It was
but
good.
there's
Yeah.
other
It was
stuff
good.
that was fire. So, but I just think that at the very least, can you make quality? Can you make
Yeah.
fire?
That's it.
Yeah.
I've said this. That's one of my biggest critiques about Xbox is the quality of their games. They've been inconsistent. Like with their
They
first
have
party
been.
games. Their first party
Uh-huh.
games have been inconsistent when it comes to quality.
Yeah.
And they've
Yeah.
shot themselves in the foot with that.
Uh-huh.
Like even outside of the one, like, you get this year, I count them as Xbox games, like Doom. Doom was
Yes.
pretty good. South of Midnight, while it
Yes.
wasn't
South of Midnight
the
was
best,
good.
but it
South
was
of Midnight
really
was
good.
good.
It wasn't the game of the year contender, but it was good.
Correct.
It
Correct.
wasn't.
Same thing with Avowed. Avowed wasn't the best, but it
Avowed,
was
right.
really good. And a lot of
Mhm.
people,
Mhm.
I saw a lot of Avowed get a lot of hate because of, it's not this, it's not that.
Yeah.
That's fine. It
Let it
wasn't
be its
meant
own
to be
thing.
that. It's not Skyrim. It's not
Right.
meant to be that. It's his own
But see,
game.
companies. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Noob.
I was gonna say companies hear that.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that makes it to the investor calls.
Yep.
Why
Well-
aren't you making this?
And
That's
not-
why Suicide Squad was made to be a shooter,
Yeah.
like a live action shooter, because they're like, oh, look at what this game over here is doing. Well, people are playing this. Why can't your games be more like this? And that's the feedback they're getting.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
that's when
they
they're
are.
like, oh, go ahead. So go ahead, Cornet.
No, you're 100% right. We're saying very similar things here. I think all of us, and I think where it goes to is a lot of gamers, and especially gamers who are millennials. It's just their point of reference might be some of these other games. Like for me, I played Avowed. I didn't play it all the way through, but I played some of it.
Same.
Big Bethesda fan. Big Bethesda fan. And all I was thinking to myself whole time, I was like, Oblivion needs this system. That's what I was thinking. I played
he said, what he said, corner. Here, give me that.
Yeah. I played Expedition 33. Loved that shit. But you know what we was talking about?
Still haven't
Final
got past
Fantasy
15
needs
minutes in
that.
that game.
I was like, Final Fantasy needs this. That's what I was saying. I was like, Final Fantasy, because at the end of the day, right, yes, absolutely. Maybe we get Expedition the next one, right? Maybe, but maybe we never do, right?
The way it ended,
How does
do it.
what they did still survive? Because to your point, Noob, that's what we say. We say, hey, y'all got all this money. Why y'all can't make some heat like that? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because we know there's going to be a Final Fantasy 7.
But that also goes to the
19,
consumer too,
blah,
though.
blah. No,
Now,
but
so
I'm just
it
saying.
goes. Go ahead.
No, sorry, I was just saying. I think for us, our point of reference will be that. And back to Husk, back to you. It was. Yeah, those games, they'll stay in their lane and they'll innovate and they'll create those things, right? And then the iPhones later and try to pick them up and incorporate them into their thing. And all of that is cool too. And I think to your criticism about Microsoft, it's how do you build on these things, right? Like if like the exclusive things that belong to Microsoft that are great. We think of Halo, we think of Gears off the top of our head, right? Like that's what we think of.
Fable,
Halo,
all that
we have
shit.
Halo, Fable, okay, right?
Far Cry.
We ain't heard in a while.
Is Far Cry Xbox?
Far Cry,
No,
Far Cry
that's,
is both.
Ubisoft.
Is
Far
that-
Cry is both.
It's both.
but-
Okay, yeah. Right.
It's just Ubisoft.
But but
Ubisoft.
they went right.
Right.
They went. They did a
The
big
big old
campaign
sigh after you hear
for
Ubisoft.
Halo, right? They did the big campaign for Halo. Did not work.
Could have been a hero.
Flopped. The whole Halo campaign was
Halo Infinite was okay.
It
but-
was.
What-
The campaign was okay.
Yeah,
Multiplayer was free,
but that's
so-
no. But no, yes, y'all are right. Now here's where I'm saying this is exactly what I said about Superman, this latest Superman movie.
Okay. I was like, where you going? Okay.
Xbox, you coming through with a Game Pass exclusive with a new Halo game console seller, right? You can't do okay. You can't just do okay.
Yeah, it has to knock it out of the park.
You need to hit.
Yeah.
Because if there's any franchise that you need to hit with, in my opinion,
Halo.
I think
It was
it's
that
Halo.
one.
You gotta
It's
hit.
Halo. It's your
You need
and
to
I
hit.
100% agree with you, Corner. Before I jump in, I know Noob wanted to say something. And I didn't want to.
No, you go first.
Well, I 100% agree with you. You have as of right now, you basically have 3, you could say pillars or whatever left of your company for real. Well, four. It would be Halo, Gears, Fable would be another one,
Okay, yeah.
and the Forza franchise.
I'll say Forza.
Yeah, I would say Forza.
And that's what them the only ones that you can. I mean that they're still supposedly work. Like, listen,
I think
I'm
those
a
are the three.
huge- I would say I'm a huge Fable guy. I love Fable. Fable 1, 2, and 3. I've played all of them.
Absolutely.
I love Fable, and when they said they were doing another one, that's like one of my most anticipated games. However, I'm not a huge. I love Halo 2. That's about it. I'm not a huge Halo franchise guy. Gears, on the other hand, Gears has that's another one. That's why
I was gonna say Gears is the fourth in my opinion over Fable. Fable 3 came out 15 years ago. We've been waiting for another thing.
Only reason I put it up there is because they're supposed, they're working on another one.
Yeah, they were supposed
and
to.
it's supposed
yeah.
to come out. So correct. Listen, well,
Everybody with the air quotes.
It's being worked on by Playground.
Yeah.
Long as they don't cancel it, like I think it's coming out, and so that's why I put it up there because it's still kind of a historic part of the Xbox. It's only on Xbox, whatever. But Forza has been, so that's why they let go of I think it's Turn 10 Studio. They let go of like 50% of the company because Motorsport, while it is an amazing game,
It doesn't sound like that.
it is not moving units. And that's what a lot of people got to understand nowadays is they let go of all these people, they close these studios. It's about money, man. And I'm saying,
That's all it is.
and once again, let me say this. I am not
Capitalism.
I don't like it. I hate it. But let me explain it to you. It's about money. Hi-Fi Rush, amazing game.
Amazing game.
Uh-oh.
Amazing game.
Right,
We said wait me keyword out
Amazing
here.
game.
I love
It
Hi-Fi Rush. I love Hi-Fi Rush.
Very good.
But it just didn't sell enough.
Exactly.
It didn't sell enough. Even they put it on PlayStation.
It's all right, Wavy. It's all right.
Didn't sell enough. And I hate they had to do that.
Yeah.
But look at that
Goodness,
studio that
man.
made Hi-Fi Rush.
Mhm.
The guy that was the founder and the main guy of the studio, what happened? He retired.
Mhm.
So they
Oh, did he
left a
retire?
lot of- he did. The guy that made like Evil Within, I can't think of his name, but he retired or he quit or whatever happened. But he did like was no longer working at. I think Hi-Fi Rush was his last game or whatever.
Damn.
So
Mhm.
you look at stuff like that, but the games they've canceled recently, Contraband, Everwild, people talking.
Yep.
Look what they did to Rare. Listen to me. All the money they gave them, and we still haven't seen anything from Everwild. What did you think
You ain't
was going
seen
to happen?
nothing.
That's the point I was going to jump in. I'm glad you got there because that's what I was
And
going to
that's what
say.
people-
Aha.
People have been pointing that out. All
Uh-huh.
Microsoft did this. They closed. They gave. What were some results? You got to think
Yeah.
about it. These people
Yeah.
are giving you money.
Yep.
Yeah.
They
Right.
just spent billions of dollars getting activated. They just spent all this money out. Now they're tightening their belt about things. So it's like we
Mhm.
gave you this money. We need a result. What you got for us?
And
This is-
This is the thing that I
go ahead.
wanted to. Yeah, this is the part that I wanted to jump into because I was going to preface it by let me actually become the bad guy here.
Yeah.
Please
It's not being a bad guy. It's being business. It's business. Yeah.
be a bad guy.
But like
It's
this
not.
is
It's
the
not being a
thing.
bad guy.
Take a page out of Cena's book.
Yeah.
This is the part. Oh, I know it's so easy to go after the investors. Oh, they don't know anything, and sometimes I even say that. But you're right.
Right.
When Microsoft bought all those studios, basically copying what PlayStation did
I was just
years
about to say.
before.
I was just about to
People
say.
forget about that. People forget about that. So
Yeah.
listen.
Go ahead.
I want to let you finish,
Bro.
but I cannot stand.
But Beyonce
people,
had the
they
best
be like,
album ever.
Well, Mike, they Microsoft bought all these studios and they did this and they do it. You know, PlayStation did the same thing. Like
Years
I get
before.
so upset because
Years.
they don't understand
The difference.
They don't.
The difference being, the difference being that one delivered,
Well, I
and
give you that.
and Microsoft bought Bethesda and dropped Starfield. No offense.
I mean,
offense.
yeah. I mean, that's
Now,
And
could
then-
you
and so-
imagine? Could you
They
imagine
bought
they
Zenimax.
dropped Elder Scrolls 6 after buying that joint? Could you imagine? I would have poured.
But listen,
But I'm just saying. I think, and I'm gonna pass it to you, Noob. I think that those are the wins that we expect as a result of these purchases and all these
Yeah.
big things. If I'm coming, I'm trying to sell you an Xbox Series X. I'm saying here is the newest, biggest, shiniest Gears of War, Halo, Bethesda product. This,
Yep.
that, and that. Like, buy the console because of that, right? See, PlayStation, when the PS5 came out, you had Miles Morales. And see, but we knew what was
It should
coming.
have been an expansion.
It should have been an
It
expansion.
should have been an expansion, right? They didn't have.
We're
the
not
same-
going to go into
They
that.
didn't have a launch title like Resistance or something like that was selling.
Oh, Resistance.
You know what I'm saying? Right. But that was. But see, my point is, I don't want to go off on too much of a tangent. Was that just came and he played? You was like, damn, this is fire. Like, this is dope to have on my console. But you sit there on PS5, you buy it because you know what's coming.
yeah.
You know
Some
that
people.
you are getting
Yes.
Game of the Year that's
Yes.
coming. So you buy it almost in preparation for it. Because this is only a 7-year cycle we're talking about.
Shoot, Astroworld.
Same,
Oh,
the
let me tell you.
same with Nintendo games, because it's like I will buy them because, as you said, Husky, before, as you said, Cornered Fox, Nintendo may not necessarily make like game of the years, but you will be playing. What other console has people begging them to play 20 to 25-year-old games?
Yeah. I mean, that's true.
And that's
mean,
the
look
thing. So to go back to my bad guy tangent,
Yes, bad guy.
Investors
Microsoft-
suck. Yes.
Microsoft bought all of these studios, and I remember sitting there on the Xbox World Premiere. I remember sitting there, literally like this, going like, "All right, Microsoft, so you just made a showcase, and you're saying you're buying all these studios. You're not really showing us any other games that they're coming from that.
Yeah.
What this is telling me is that in 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 years, then I can expect something."
Yeah. And then
And
you know
then-
what you got?
Exactly. Exactly. And so that's the part when people are like, "Oh, the investors are evil and all this." I'm like, just like you said, Husky, they're pouring money into this.
Dude, yeah.
They should have
And if
poured
they
money
don't,
in Expedition
they-
33. It
Should've.
said shit.
but they
Should've.
didn't know
They
them.
did. They did. It was
But
on
they
Game
did.
Pass.
They did
Yeah,
have
it
it on
wasn't-
Game
yeah,
Pass.
okay.
It was on Game Pass.
But
Yeah,
could,
yeah,
you
yeah.
could you imagine if it was exclusive? Could you imagine if the
Ooh.
only place that you could play
Mm.
Expedition 33 was on an Xbox or Game Pass?
But you know what? Let me say this. I hear your point, but it wouldn't have did as well.
You don't
The
think so?
only reason I say that is because if the game would have dropped on Game Pass, you would have had the Game Pass haters. Oh, it's just Game Pass slop. I would have been hyping this game up because I'd have been playing it either way, and I'd have been hyping it. You would have had people. Some people would have been like, oh, "Okay, man, maybe when it comes to it, we'll try it." But like people would have. I guarantee you, I know for a fact, people would have been calling it Game Pass slop. Oh, it's just Game Pass slop. They don't know a good game. Like, listen, listen, I believe in the Xbox tax. I don't once again, I don't
Well, you said the Xbox
disagree.
tax?
It's an Xbox. Just whenever Microsoft they also shoot themselves in the foot a lot.
Yep.
That's part of it. But
Yes, it is.
whenever Microsoft does do something right, it doesn't get
Enough
Double
praise.
size.
the praise it should. Like
Yeah.
Noob mentioned, when like I said, when PlayStation bought all those studios, even before they delivered on everything, when PlayStation bought all those studios, it was okay. Microsoft bought all them studios. Look what they're doing. They just buying studios because they ain't got no games and such and such and such.
Yeah.
Like you didn't get that when PlayStation did it. Nobody said that when PlayStation was doing it.
Yeah.
And once again, they haven't delivered as much as you would like them to have. But I would say this year we've gotten some consistent games from them, consistent decent games.
I think there is a trust here with PlayStation that has existed. I think at any point in time. I think at any point in time.
Well, and it's steady too.
Yeah, I mean, they could drop a new Ratchet and Clank at any point in time in the last 20 years, and many people.
That's the thing. It's honestly one of the reasons Nintendo
Stray?
is still having some goodwill, which they're burning very fast.
A lot of people don't like Nintendo now.
Well, that's me included.
Only because of business practices. Only because of business practices.
I'm looking at them and being like, "Oh no, baby, what is you doing?" But
at the same time, they're gonna give you Metroid, they're gonna give you Donkey Kong, they're gonna give you Mario, they're gonna give you Yoshi, and it's like
they're gonna break your system.
I don't like y'all business practices, but damn, me some good ass games over there.
Listen,
yeah,
but the way things are going, man, and we talked about, like I said, you mentioned earlier, like Helldivers 2. That's when it came out, that PlayStation, because a lot of people were like, oh, well, Arrowhead was pushing PlayStation to put Helldivers 2 on Xbox. But when it came out, that PlayStation was the one that went to Arrowhead and would say, hey, get that Xbox port ready. Or we're getting this Xbox port. It's going to Xbox. You go to PlayStation's website right now. This is unprecedented. You go to PlayStation's website right now and look up Helldivers 2. Hey, it has not advertising, but it has a picture of, hey, you can play Helldivers 2 on Xbox.
Yeah.
And
come the end of the month.
It's the fact that, and my only thing with this is, I've been trying to tell people,
the end of August,
gaming space is changing.
What
is. We thought, or what we grew up on, my generation, whatever, how it was, it's no longer going to be like that. Not right now, because it's not. And like you mentioned, originally people were buying PlayStations because of what the games we were going to get on it. But people are now just, once again, I still say the PS5 was just bought off the precedent of it being
had to. You had to. Like,
yeah.
Oh, I agree.
And Xbox pointed out, or Phil Spencer said, Xbox shot themselves, like almost killed themselves
noob. You gotta
by losing the generation.
The Xbox One, PS4. Yep, that's the one.
And that's what they missed, because a lot of people left the Xbox because they were trying to charge. It wasn't the fact they didn't have games. In the beginning, they actually had some games on the Xbox.
It was that pre-owned thing
Xbox
too.
One had games, yeah.
Xbox in the beginning, what they did when they shot themselves in the foot when they tried to push the
that pre-owned thing and the always online thing too.
Oh, the Connect.
Yeah,
the thing is, always online. It turned a lot of people off, but hell, that's what it is nowadays anyway. But the Connect, when they tried to push the Connect and charging that amount for the system, it's like, PlayStation, as soon as they did that, PlayStation came in right behind them, undercut them with the price, like, yo, you can get a PlayStation 4 for the such and such and such. And then people started, hey, y'all, too much going on, all this. You know what? I'm just gonna get a PS4. A lot of people
it's like share games.
Yeah,
that's it. I'm like, wow, okay, that was good marketing.
That was tough. That was tough.
They would say they lost a lot of it. So then you got them, and somebody said Xbox has only had one good generation for real, and that was the 360.
Yes,
God,
360 is where I came on. I was a PlayStation
real
Sony person. Xbox 360 grabbed me for a couple of reasons. It was
that's harsh. That's a harsh take.
Look, for me, I backed it from my personal experience because I was tired of losing to people. Going into the homie's house and they beating you in Halo. It's like, I don't own Halo. I can't practice. And I love this game. This is great. So I got my parents said, I want 360. I got it. Got Halo. I think my first Halo game was Halo 3. But my first game where I'm practicing.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I mean it had to be 3 because 2 was on the Xbox.
Yeah. No, it's so it was 3. But my practice one, my one that I invested time into was Reach. Reach was my game.
Gears first came out for 360, right?
Yeah, it was 360.
So I can agree. I think it's harsh. I think it's a harsh take.
I'm an Xbox guy. I love I have all the consoles. I prefer to play on the Xbox. I love the ecosystem.
Yeah.
A lot of my digital library is on the Xbox. I had the Xbox One, bought an Xbox One day one, matter of fact. So I bought an Xbox Series X like a month or so right after it came out. Listen, I love Xbox, but the fact of the matter, I mean, it's facts. They have been horrible when it came to being giving us consistent good
Yes.
games, consistent just overall. Like they've had some great features, and I point one thing to their credit though. A lot of the stuff they're doing or came out with first, you saw other brands like Sony follow suit. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
So
the one thing I gave them, because I was a PS3 guy, PS3 guy, so I played Call of Duty, I played Modern Warfare 2 on PS3 or whatever, and then of course the only way you could talk to people was in the game lobby. Like that's the only way to talk to people.
Yeah.
But then when not only with 360, like it got me hooked. I was playing this Halo game at my friend's house. Yo, what is this? I want to play this at my house. So I got that. And party system where you could play whatever you want, and I can play whatever I want, and we can still talk. Fantastic. And then I was like, well, shoot.
In that generation.
I was like, shoot, this all right. I was turning on my 360, but I was like, PS3, what is that? But then PS4 said, guess
you're crazy.
but for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like for 3, I would go back for my exclusives, my alone time. 360, like, yo, we about to get on Reach. Where you at? Beep. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. But when 4 came and said we got a party system, I said bye. So that's why bye. And PS4, whatever.
Man, the
PlayStation needs to steal Xbox's party system, because if they ever did, I would be strictly PlayStation.
Xbox needs to steal PlayStation's Game of the Year candidates. I mean, what are we talking?
No. Why, Desert? Why do you say that for their difference of party system? I think that's never something we never talked about. Was
because
the
the party
in their
system on Xbox is so just intuitive and it's so easy. I see a friend, I click on, we connect. That's easy. But then if I try to do that on PlayStation, I got to click on the friend, make sure I'm in the right thing. It's just like it's just too much.
Because that was never their bread and butter. And remember, PlayStation Online started out free. Like remember that was
my gosh, yes,
not the premium offering that Xbox Live.
Oh my gosh, just when it was free.
It started out free.
Just to help you with that, man. Discord.
The fact that they're doing Discord is crazy.
Listen,
Discord is away, man.
Look, I love my Xbox. It's easy to chat on Xbox or whatever the case may be. For me, even with PlayStation, like it's all right. I don't know. I just feel like the sound quality off or something when I'm being.
It is. It's not as good.
Sound quality is awful.
It's better.
Yeah. I'd be like, let's just when I'm on PlayStation. Hey, let's just jump in Discord chat.
Yeah,
hey, Discord.
But that's crazy that you can do that on PlayStation. Got hopped on that. And when you get on Discord, it gives you the option to turn it on with the PlayStation.
Absolutely, because I mean, that's the thing. You don't go against the grain. You run with it. I think that this kind of is summed up by, because I do think that 360. I think it's a harsh take. The reason why I think it's
a little harsh, man.
I would rather say old Xbox is better than modern Xbox. I would rather.
Where do you cut it?
I got a lot of gems on Xbox. Everything. I would cut it after 360 personally, but
the same thing.
No, but I'm just saying I don't know that I would say Xbox 360 was prime, because Knights of the Old Republic was prime to me. Fable was prime to me. Jet Set Radio Future was prime to me. Xbox was heat to me.
No, that controller was like ice cold.
I got huge hands. I got huge hands. Yeah, I got big hands, so it was fine. I didn't even see it.
I got a Duke back here somewhere.
It was fine for me. I got huge hands.
He said got one back here somewhere. Let me get that joke.
My hands were just as big, but I'm just like, this is a stupid controller.
But I think if you got the hands for it, I think it was fine. I
had the hands. It was still stupid.
Okay, well, maybe that was just you. All right, but to your point though, a lot of
user error. That's what they call
it. But that's why they did change. Like they did actually change the controller for that reason, which is very true.
Yeah,
I happen to like it, but again, Morrowind, Halo 1, Halo 2, Jade Empire. Like it was a lot of heat on the original.
I'll give you that.
I think the original X personally. Maybe it's my bias and nostalgia. I think the original Xbox.
It's nostalgia.
Knights of the Old Republic's the best Star Wars game that's ever been made. Like this is not just nostalgia. This is actually
the way you feel about the controller is nostalgia.
Yes. No, 100%.
I'm going to go 100% agree with you on because Knights of the Old Republic is one of my all-time favorite games. It's like in my top. That's
finally someone I can talk to about. Someone I can finally.
I
Paper Mario
will always get love for me, like
Nintendo. There you go.
We're not talking about this right. We're not talking about Paper Mario right now. We're talking about Star Wars.
Greatest
Knights of the Republic.
RPG ever made.
That's not true. That's
That's
actually
a lot to
that's
say.
not
That is
true.
that is crowded.
Paper Mario,
that is
not
the
true.
1,000-year door.
That
It's
is-
not true. That's
changed
false.
my mind.
Antarctic.
Heavy.
It's false.
That's heavy.
It's false. This is not true.
That's another episode.
It's not even
Yeah.
another
In those
episode. It's
situations-
it's just a lie.
Yes, it is. Yes.
When people
No,
have
the
takes
conversation
like
of
this-
best. The conversation of best RPGs.
Wait, hold on. Wait. What's I saying? This is my
I'm
partner
saying
right now.
For people that have those takes or whatever, just say to me at the end of that. Just
Yeah,
just
you
add
just
to me.
say to me, in my opinion, right? That's how you protect your
to me. You know what I'm
Protect
saying?
I know, right?
because
And you
know,
fix it. There you go. It's fixed.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
I said what I said.
Yeah, well, you ain't mean it.
right.
But you know what?
People
I
say
will
a lot of
say
things.
my fault for it. I just want to say no. I will say the shout out to Husky for bringing that up. That like most of these games on the PS5, like, that the games that are selling the most on these new consoles is like the 2Ks, the Maddens, Call of Duties. But that's also
That
on the
hurt me.
consumer.
That hurt.
That's
me.
also on the consumer as well, though. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's also their job to like kind of like broaden their minds and like play some other stuff.
Are you trying to
the-
make me walk out of my comfort zone,
No.
Wavy?
No,
God?
but look at
This
this
man
though.
said
If they're
touch
playing the same
digital
stuff
grass.
if they're playing the same stuff every year
Yeah.
and like they're gonna buy it regardless, these companies are gonna see this money coming in, like, oh, we're not gonna change nothing because they're gonna buy it regardless. Just leading back to the Call of Duty thing, like they're too big to fail. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you don't like what they're trying to do, don't buy it. Play something else that's like kind of similar. Play something else that's like a little different.
But-
So you're not always giving these people money and all that. You know what I'm
It's a
saying?
tough take though, man. Because but I feel you. I do feel
because
you.
it
You got the
requires
freedom.
discipline.
No, because they're not just looking at us. Like they're not just trying to make us happy. They're trying to
No,
make
I know. They're looking at the
12-year-olds happy.
Look, the casuals are
12-year-olds.
the
They're-
casuals gonna always win this. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
casuals gonna be
Do
the
you
casuals.
remember when we was playing Xbox and cussed out by racists on Xbox Live back in the day?
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
How old was we? 15, 14, whatever.
Yeah,
right?
like they were in high school. So
Right. Now we're grown men. Remember the grown men back then? That
Now
was
we're the people
Now
cussing
we're-
kids out.
No. Well, no, but now we're grown, right? And they're
I
trying
made
to
it,
sell,
Mom.
They're trying to sell. They're trying to sell Battlefield 6, Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty. They're trying to sell that to them. Like, yes, they're trying to sell it to us too. They're trying to sell it to them.
That sounds like an
So,
ethical
so
issue.
if they grow up,
It's not an ethical issue.
with season passes, that's
Mhm.
their norm.
Yeah.
That's their norm. Our
their norm.
norm is different.
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
their
Our norm
and
is not
if
season
they
passes.
making money with them, with the youth, with
the youth.
cool.
Mhm.
Like, that's cool. Like
You
us,
know.
yes. Like we want to make enough money to where we decide where we want to spend it. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? It's mostly, I would say our generation, etc., playing Expedition 33 months, playing Fortnite. They playing Fortnite. They playing all this.
But
That's
that kind
cool.
of stuff is the reason why stuff like Black Panther got canceled. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because even but like Noob said too, that it's also like and I didn't want to say this when we were talking about it last episode, and me and Farley were talking about it. That Black Panther got canceled, but at the same time, if you're in pre-production for like 4 years with nothing to show for it, and we're pouring money into you, it's like, all right, maybe it's time to cut this cord and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
No,
But at the
no
same-
emotional ties.
Well, this is
Mhm.
why
Yeah.
I think. This is why I think that, like we were saying, with all this stuff, when you pour your passion into this project, and you got people that's passionate about something, and you attach this marketing model to it, and you say, not only am I trying to make money, but I'm also trying to deliver you something you want. That's look. I talk about Hideo Kojima all the time.
And
We know.
this a wrap of the whole.
No. I'm not going to dwell on. I'm not going to dwell on it. But I'm just
Okay.
saying.
We'll see about that. I'm watching
If
the timer.
if there is somebody who is creating something, content, right? And it's like, okay, we want to listen to them, know what they want. We want this Fable. We want this Knights of the Republic remake. I got money set aside for this Knights of the Republic remake if it ever comes out. It's gonna happen, right?
He says promise.
You said Mega Man Legends 3. What are we talking about?
Promised.
there's money- But
Promised.
see, but it's the thing. Like, are there enough people that are ready?
Me,
to
me,
buy
me,
that?
me, 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 and me,
So where they
and me,
can,
and then me over here too.
to where they can say, okay, this is worth our time to pour into making a new Mega Man game that's going to make the millennials that want this happy and also captivate the next generation.
Yeah,
Now, that's the tough challenge.
Yeah.
Mega Man
If
Legends had a
if you're
great
passionate-
game. That was
If
a
you're passionate
great
about making
game.
games, that's what you're going to do.
Like other Mega Man games with side scrollers, that was the first Mega Man game of its kind that was a full range
Basically,
RPG.
Mega Man Odyssey.
Like, bro, he had skates. There was a unique story. It wasn't the usual. Like, Wiley wasn't involved. It was still good. Like, you know what? That's another conversation.
and
I understand what you're saying, Corner. No, go ahead, Noob.
Oh no! Wait, hold on. I want to hear the retort now.
No, because like I understand what you're saying, Corner, but if the investors are smart, they're gonna follow the money, and the '90s kids are the money. We're the reason the game industry started. We're the parents.
Hold on.
No, we're the parents. Exactly, we the parents.
Desert follow. I'm saying the parents. I'm saying the parents,
and then
we're the parents and Hokage.
Well, go ahead and let Noob. I know Noob had something he wanted.
No.
Look at Noob's face.
Hold on.
Look at Noob's face.
No. Me and Hus about to say the same thing. So please, I want you to say
to a certain point, because you look at that where it's like, oh well, we're making a game for the kids. You look at that like this. So it was a statement I saw. Well, it was a question. Would you rather? What game do you remember more? A game that gets released and is just garbage, like Boo Boo, or a game that you was maybe waiting on to get canceled? Which game are you gonna remember more?
I thought
but
this is interesting.
In a roundabout way. So let me just say, a lot of people, it was a poll, it was something a lot of people were voting on. It was probably a game that gets canceled. You look at stuff like a game that comes out, a game that's bad and comes out, a game that's bad and comes out. You look at that like Concord, Redfall.
Oh, I see.
Games that come out and are bad and are trash, you remember more versus a game that maybe it'll get brought up, but like, oh well, Xbox didn't bring out Scalebound, or we never got that. This was canceled.
Scalebound. Oh my god.
You look at how much money. Like, okay, we stopped that mid-process, so we lost some money, but we didn't lose a lot of money. Games that come out and are bad, not only do you lose money, you also have to may have to go through and do refunds. You also may end up Mind's Eye. This is what I'm saying. Had Mind's Eye not come out, they canceled it. And you know what I'm saying? We were, oh man, that game looked good. Maybe we could have been playing or whatever, but when it comes out and it's trash, they lose a lot more money. And to the point of where it's like that, where you're saying like it's the kid that's playing to the 90s kids, you have to be careful with that. Because once again, you saw, so I'm going to use PlayStation as an example of this. You saw what Jim Ryan did, but tried to shift the focus to live service games.
Yes.
Has any of those live service games outside of Helldivers 2? And the only reason Helldivers 2 worked is because they were smart enough to drop it on Steam as well as PlayStation the same day. Because people don't want to admit, but Steam carried Helldivers 2.
Yeah.
PC carries a lot of games.
I will agree with that.
PC carries a lot of games because it's more accessible to like, not accessible, but it's like everywhere and it has it. Like, not everyone.
But to Husky's point, if those relied on that, PlayStation players probably fell off of that game hard.
That's what goes back to my point of me saying like you have to be careful with that. You aiming for those kids. Those gamers are fickle in general. Kids are even more fickle.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
that's why I made my scratch face.
They're targeting. You're targeting. Yeah. So you're targeting them, and it's like 1 minute they like this.
Squirrel.
Literally, the next millisecond it changes to they like this or whatever the case may be. I don't like that no more. You know how many times I'm a parent? You know how many times my kid went from being, hey, I like this, or I have my oldest. Went from eating pizza to I don't like pizza no more.
Preach. That's an every night thing.
That's proving my point. Why am I eating for the kids when I'm going to go for the parents who are making the money and putting it?
Because who's going to play it more, Drew? Who has time?
The parents. The parents. What are you talking
kids.
About? No, the kids.
No, the kids.
Play it more.
They might play it more, but guess who's putting all the money into it so the kids can play?
Who's going to buy it, Drew?
The parent, the kids,
they're targeted
with their allowance.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. They target the next generation.
Right,
they target them, and that's okay. That's what they should do because now they're gonna grow up with with the next sets of games. But also to what you were saying, Husky, when we was growing up, right, there were still a lot of games, but there were less games to play. When we was growing up, there was less less video games to play.
Okay.
Now there are
too many options.
There's so many options. There are hella fucking games.
Indie, AA, AAA.
There
There's
are a
everything
lot of
now.
games. So you put a game
live
out.
service games.
You know what I'm saying? That's what so that you gotta
be priced well. It's got to have a good price point. 'Cause
yeah.
if you don't, it doesn't have a good price. But that's one of the reasons why I really hated it. But that's one of the reasons Concord failed. You had it was a hero shooter. You got Overwatch,
They tried to
Apex,
actually sell.
Marvel Rivals.
Yeah.
Like, why are you putting the price on this,
It
my
was
guy?
wild.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it's gonna fail. It was actually
Yeah.
fun though.
Money?
Absolutely. And I mean, and if you see what it is, those games too are very accessible to the next generation also.
Yeah.
Correct, very
What I was
accessible.
going to say though, like way back when, and yeah, Drew, like you're right. The parents are the ones who's buying it, but they're buying it for their kids because who's in their face? Who's saying Jimmy has Jimmy has that down the street and I want to play with him.
And fuck Jimmy.
Like that's the point. But anyway, the actual point.
That should be the answer. Actually.
You ain't got Jimmy. You ain't got Jimmy money. Like,
Right, you got Jimmy.
That's what I heard when I was younger.
Right, Jimmy.
Yeah, that's the '90s answer. That's what I had to deal with.
yeah.
Right,
Oh, you want to
Jimmy.
play that? Go over to Jimmy's house.
Jimmy
Anyway,
mom
so
bringing McDonald's for lunch.
You give me McDonald's money?
Right.
but you also got to remember, again, this kind of goes back to the investor conversation we had, or sub conversation. We, like, kids are fickle, but consumers are too.
Oh, very.
We will say a bunch of things that we say we want.
Bring
and then
Toonami back.
Yeah,
Are you gonna watch it though?
we will say things. All you got to do is go to any forum site, and you will see the wildest takes.
Mm. Mark,
And that's what they're looking at, and then they'll look at that.
A lot of idiots have computers. So.
Can I?
A lot of idiots have voices.
Can I ask you one question?
they have
Well,
podcasts.
not to you, but it's actually to Frosty and to Wavy.
Yep, here we go. I already know it's going. I already know it's coming. I know it's going. I know it's coming.
No.
Well, here's the thing.
No,
I have it.
wait,
I have it in my lobby.
Wait. How long were y'all saying that y'all wanted Mega Man Battle Network?
Sure, I still have it.
We're going crazy about Mega Man Battle Network.
Yes.
Question one: have either of y'all finished it?
It's 10 games. I'm not gonna finish 10 games like this.
No,
Are you
of course
serious?
not. No, of course not. Right? No, of course not. But the way that y'all was talking about it was like, this is all that I'm about to consume. This is.
I feel
right?
that.
So
Yeah.
the nostalgia has kicked in, right? This is something y'all needed, y'all wanted, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not for real. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like this.
No,
We can put on the spot like that.
no, but it's okay.
I mean, they got their money,
it's
though,
all
so.
up. No, they did, but it's all up. But my point is that they could spend time, money, energy, and effort reigniting our nostalgia.
Yeah.
Or they can secure the next generation. Which one is a deeper pot of money? You know what I'm saying? That is a deeper pot of money. I have been screaming for a Knights of the Old Republic remake or a third one for so long. That is not the highest priority for them. That's just not the highest priority.
The only thing with that, so depending on who owns it or whatever the company, whatever you're doing, like that's how. But and shout out to I think PlayStation CEO whatever to saying they were trying to do that. Use those remasters and remakes or whatever to help fund those newer games. Like that's what you could do. But the only thing with PlayStation problem is instead of them remastering games people actually want, they remastering games that came out 5 years ago.
Exactly. That's what I was saying.
Last of Us.
They
Why are you
Last
mastering Last of Us
Last
2?
of Us like 5 times.
Remaster Bloodborne. You know what I mean? I know people say they want Bloodborne, but like I know it didn't sell well initially.
That is the main one I want. They want Bloodborne remaster. That's what everybody
I want to
wants.
give that a
Bloodborne
fair
remastered.
shake. I want to give that another fair shake.
Man, everybody who's like remake Bloodborne needs to play Dark Souls 2. That's all I want to say.
That's also a very valid.
Ask all those Bloodborne fans if they play Dark Souls 2. And,
I have not played Dark Souls.
They're going to say no. And I'm going to be like, I know.
Y'all
Because if you
say
play
that
Dark
about
Souls
this,
2,
it
if
just
you
reminds
play
me
Dark
of like
Souls 2.
an IP I loved and it just got killed. When I think of this, I think of like Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go. And I'm just like, if y'all just kept making Teen Titans, that would have got everybody. But you dumbed it down for the next generation and made
I know.
Teen
You was
Titans
watching
Go.
Wait a minute. What are you trying to say?
What did you mean by that?
I was like,
I think I see where
love
you're coming
Teen
from with
Titans.
that.
Like
Yeah.
Teen Titans
But
still got everybody. It was a cartoon that was made for kids but had adult themes in it. But instead we're like, oh, let's look at the next generation and just dumbed it all down, made it all for kids.
Well, then they
changed the style
pivoted for that. They pivoted to Young Justice.
And they got canceled that. They canceled that too.
But Young Justice got canceled. Yeah.
Right. So I'm saying they tried it and it still tried to appeal because Young Justice was like the newer art but with the same themes. Well, more focused on them being sidekicks. But like, I overall get where you're coming
Either way,
from.
my public announcement is let's focus back on Teen Titans and let go of Teen Titans Go. The next generation will catch up to what
They
we
wrapped
like.
but
But
that's the other
again-
thing. My thing is I stand on that they wrapped Teen Titans up well with the movie when they went to Tokyo. You don't need to explore that anymore. You don't need to stretch anything any thinner. And that's
Teen Titans.
that's back to another
Teen-
episode of podcast we've done where you need to stop
Yeah.
shows, series, whatever, put a stop on it. That's it. I don't have anything else to tell.
We still had to find
Period.
out about Tara. We still had questions.
Teen-
We
Yeah,
still
that
had
makes you want
Titans
more. I think
things.
allegedly
Didn't sell well.
she was there no more. Allegedly, I think they went back and she wasn't there anymore. So you understand
She
she out
was,
there
she was a
somewhere.
kid
Hold up,
at
hold
a
up.
school
Slade
just
still
living her
smashing
life.
in the comics. Don't worry about it. That's what's going on.
Here's the thing: Teen Titans
ahead,
didn't continue because the toys didn't sell well.
I know.
That's
and
why
what
it was
Carson
That's the
said.
I
bottom
didn't even know
line.
they had
Listen.
toys, man. Jones
Exactly.
A lot of
Exactly.
shows got
That's
canceled
why.
because
Yeah.
the toys weren't selling. It was back
Exactly.
in the 90s or whatever. When we got certain shows, if the toys didn't sell, they didn't keep
Toy
it.
lines,
you
yeah.
might
Right,
got-
right.
You might.
That's
you might
why it
have
got
one,
canceled.
Like
Yeah.
Biker Mice from Mars, Street
Oh,
Sharks.
biker mice.
Like you look at those like they weren't.
Man.
Their merch don't move. They
I
don't
tried
keep
to
going.
move Street Sharks merch. I bought a lot. I was buying Street Sharks. I tried to
I
keep
had
Street
this-
Sharks alive.
I had the obscure characters. I had Big Slam Move. I
Yeah,
had all
yeah.
that. Listen.
Oh
listen,
man,
you
I
ain't gotta
lined
tell me.
up, man. Them joints was so fire. Man. That was like young boy fuel right there. Street Sharks.
Now,
I was
and the
Team
only
T
reason
all
I say
day.
that
All day.
the only reason I say that, Desert, is
Yeah.
because I've looked
brand
at
that
like
survived.
why were these good shows taken off, and yeah, basically the same thing. Why did Young Justice get canceled even though it did come back? But like, why did these shows perform like that? And it's basically toy and video game sales, because just like, where do you think Star Wars makes its most money?
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah.
But it's true though. It is like
Where
it is.
do
It's
Star
toys.
Wars-
It's
where-
Where does Star
do you
Wars
think-
lose its money? We
Well,
can talk about
well.
that.
But yeah, where do you think it makes its most money? How do you think George Lucas got super rich from Star Wars? It was from the merchandise.
Was it the actual merch?
because
toys,
people believe
merchandise.
there's no black guys in space besides one
It was
person.
It had to be.
There
the
were-
merchandise
there were
because
two
I
trilogy.
remember
Two
going-
people.
I
Two
remember
people.
There were
Two
two.
people.
episode
There were
one.
two.
There was two.
There were
There
two.
was two.
There were two.
It's not
It
give
showed you
Orlando.
where the second guy was.
Thank God, I like the space.
I
Anyway.
remember going to see episode 1 and everybody being in there dressed to the.
But that
Toys.
to your point, Desert. That's why it went off the air. But yeah, no. I mean, talking about remasters, I was
Something
actually
next
looking.
generation.
No, I was actually looking up
Paper Mario
which ones
Thousand
I
Year
would
Door.
want.
Oh, right.
Eh,
So right. So the pivot, right? Woo, whirlwind
Right.
out here for real. But what I will say, we touched on a lot of the side points that I say, but we'll get to the main. Was another alternate point and the initial conversation. So one other thing that happened, I think, Wavy, I will say the point out to the point about mobile games, and even talking about. We mentioned about the Wii U, which then spawned into the Switch, but then
talk
PlayStation
about
also
that.
had what? Yeah, well, we have to because it then spawned into the Switch. Someone said, "Take
Unfortunately,
this, turn
we
it
have
into a
to.
whole
yes.
console," and PlayStation Vita, right, and PSP Go, and all that kind of PSP.
Places did not market Vita at all.
Right,
They
right.
dropped that. Heavy.
So now we're now in the era of PSP portals, and now we're also talking about the Xbox ROG Ally. Oh, and Steam Deck. I can't forget that. We talked about a whole episode. We had a whole episode about Steam Deck.
Steam
So
Deck
now-
leading the race right now. Like,
Right. So
that's
now
just-
we're talking about the Asus ROG Xbox Ally and Xbox Ally X expected release October of this year.
Yeah, that's a rumor.
Rumor,
I think.
right? Rumor.
I think they're supposed to, I think, announce it at Gamescom. I believe. I'm not sure. That's what they're saying.
Full I guess we'll get like the full reveal.
Yeah.
Like the full announcement, like the exact date that is coming and the exact price in the US or whatever the case may be.
hmm
Anticipated price, according to the shortcut.com. We probably didn't, people are speculating at this point, but we'll see. Expected to pay between $4.99 to $5.99 for the Rogue Xbox Ally and $7.99 to $8.99 for the Ally X. And we're still talking about this race about trying to beat. We're talking about mobile games and when in handhelds, and it's like, well, we're trying to do this. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're offering. and Xbox say, here's what we got for you, coming possibly in the rumors. And that's like one of the last things that we were actually touching. We touched on everything else, really, through the whole conversation. But
I'll buy
I
Xbox
wouldn't get it,
Scarlet.
but
So
that dog, we talked about that. The names, I would have got the Xbox Scarlet. That don't sound fire. The Xbox Emerald or whatever they're the naming
Yo,
convention.
Xbox.
Yeah, they named it one of those. I'll get it.
Talk about
That
missed
nostalgia will
opportunity.
get me.
The next console, if they did that and named the Xbox 720, I bet you it'd be that's some good marketing. I'll probably sell some units. Maybe.
if they do that, but also if they do what they said they're gonna do, like have the Steam integration, like the full Steam integration, where your
They did
Steam-
say that, right?
Yeah, you can play it's now.
Yeah.
Let me say this: I don't think it's gonna like just become the console, but it will cause a lot more people to. I think it'll cause a lot more people to jump in, maybe, especially at the beginning. Like, okay, well, I can play my Steam library, and I don't have to. And especially for the people who don't have a Steam Deck, or they want, well, because your Steam Deck, you can essentially connect it to your TV and play it on your TV. So like you can do. I have a Steam Deck myself, but like it'll be in console form. You ain't got to worry about specing anything for real. Everything hopefully it'll be set to where it is plug and play. And I've said this before. Plug and play is a convenience. A lot of people will.
That is the convenience. Yep.
Pay
For
for
sure.
It. They will, like
For
so.
sure.
That's why I. So I'm not gonna say I dislike it, but I really don't like when people jump in. Like we talking about something, we talking about a game, or you get people those that play on them. Well, I just get a PC, man. Build your PC. Listen, I get where you're coming from.
I know where you're going with it.
Stop doing that, like, because everybody like get it. If you want people, if they want to build a PC, that's fine, and PC is great.
No, I feel you.
A lot of people don't. A lot of people just like the convenience of plug and play. I don't
Exactly.
have to-
No, for sure. And I've been number one on saying let's turn the Xbox into a Game Pass device. I just make it. A Game
I mean,
Pass.
that's essentially what it is right now, anyway. But
I'm saying,
For the most part, yeah.
if they was like, here's the Scarlet and this joint, you got Game Pass and you got all the updated specs, and we're gonna push. I've been saying, even if they up the price on Game Pass and say all these new joints is coming to it day one, and if you a Game Pass subscriber, then you gonna have these joints, I'd be fine with that.
Push that point a little bit further, because there's rumors that apparently a Game Pass could come to other consoles, whatever, which I don't think is gonna be true. But what they could do is they really wanted to keep people on Game Pass on Xbox. They could like raise the price on Game Pass for Xbox, but put it on other consoles, but make it even more on there.
That's why.
Make it more on there.
That's why.
But like keep it less on like Xbox. Like you can put it like to 20 or 25 on Xbox.
That's
but if they have a Game Pass on other consoles,
so you could
make it
buy
like 50 or
Xbox
something like
Game
that.
Pass on your PlayStation for $50. That's wild.
And then what Xbox have to keep it at 25.
They want to do that. Microsoft wants to do that.
Look,
PlayStation
man,
ain't gonna let that happen. So
right,
they're not gonna let that happen. To Wade's point and to your point, they was last year they restructured Game Pass as far as like you have the core, it's a middle tier,
right? You got the middle tier, you got
standard,
ultimate,
yeah,
correct. So you pay for. So if you just want to play online and you don't really care about getting the games day one, because I like they did that. Because I wasn't a huge fan of putting your day one releases on Game Pass day one when they first did like, well, it was dropping day one on Game. I was like,
oh, I am. I
was
love
like,
that.
hey, listen,
I'm a big fan of that.
The only reason is because I was thinking in sales like wise, like that's gonna hurt some of your sales, and they've come out and said it's gonna tank some of the sales. However, but I've come around, but I like that they changed Game Pass now to where okay, in order to get those day one releases, you got to be
ultimate
this tier to get those. So
exactly
that way, so if with them doing it that way, okay, that's fine. It's not just okay if you paying $10, you getting these day one releases, or and you only paying $10. Now you got to pay the highest tier to get the best stuff. Like make sure you have it's a premium feature.
Pay to play.
Make sure people are paying that premium price for it if that's the case.
And it's still a steal. It's the Game Pass right now, in my opinion, is still a steal.
It's the best.
I'm saying this since day one. Like it's the best deal.
All you need is
Wavy been getting paid since day one for Game Pass.
Yo, like Wavy.
I should have been getting paid since day one.
Husky, I should have
been getting paid since 2017 when they first announced it.
Since we've started this podcast, it was like everybody's had their stances, and we've been talking about the console wars for years on having those podcasts. But one of the things I would say staple that we've been having since we've started this podcast is Wavy being the ambassador for Xbox Game.
The Game Pass God.
You know, we would talk. We would have subject matters,
Yeah.
and Wade would be like, "By the way, Game Pass is still one of the best deals out here." And he's
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
"What?"
I will say it's a better deal now and in the last few years than it was
Yeah.
then when you
Oh,
first
yeah, yeah.
started.
You
Because
got
back
more
then
games,
there wasn't a
more
lot of heat.
consistent game, somewhat decent games. Like I said, you mentioned like just this year alone has been probably the best year to have Game Pass. So far this year alone, from
it just gets better.
Avowed, Expedition 33, South of Midnight, Doom,
Yep.
Oblivion.
I'm about to open it up right now. I'm gonna look right now.
Wu-Chain.
33
The
one
Wu-Chain.
day, I promise. One day.
Avowed, Nine Souls,
Ninja Gaiden,
Nine Souls, yep.
Ninja Gaiden, Nine Souls, South of
Ninja Gaiden 4 is coming on the Game.
South of Midnight, Visions of Mana, Visions.
Yeah. It's not on Game Pass. Is it on Game Pass? No,
Yeah,
it's not.
it is. Yes, it is.
Trials of Mana is on Game Pass.
Visions. I got it right here.
So hold on, man.
I got it right here.
Come on, right now.
To have Game Pass, like if nothing else, this year's paid off for having Game Pass. Like that money you spent is well worth it because you're getting something to play. And even if you don't like a lot of stuff, even like Grounded is, if you haven't played Grounded is actually a pretty fun game. Like it's
Split
stuff
Fiction
on there. Well, it's not on Game Pass.
No, correction, my bad. Trials is on Game Pass. Visions I bought.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, wait a minute. Don't do that to me.
Trials when
Trials is on.
I was streaming Trials. Yep.
Which that was a great game too.
But still.
I was gonna say
It has worked out, and but to your point about the handhelds, I want to see what the price is. I have a Steam Deck, and depending on what I'm probably not. Well, I'm not gonna be switching no time soon. The next thing I probably buy, be.
I wouldn't have held you either, honestly.
It'll be a what?
So the next thing I probably buy, next console wise, if I probably buy, would probably be a Switch 2. The only reason is just
check your
Donkey Kong
Costco's.
Donkey Kong Bonanza. I do want to play that, but because really, I'm not a huge Nintendo guy. The only thing that Nintendo has that I have to play is Pokemon. Like this, I'm
all right. I want to hear your take on ZA because I wanted to talk about that or about the little that they showed.
Yeah,
but
dude, I still want that game when it comes out. Like, I think it changed enough of the regular Pokemon. Like,
Arceus, the Legends, the very first outing in Legends was a breath of fresh air in the sameness that Pokemon had. I'll even go as far to applaud Let's Go into transitioning the capitalization of the Go series on the mobile devices into, hey guys, this is what made Pokemon big in the first place. You can play Pokemon Go through the Kanto region. However, Legends really was the breath of fresh air that the Pokemon franchise needed because you can tell, especially I would argue, and I want to hear your opinion too, Husky, probably from about Gen 7, there was a lot of just sameness, like gimmick region.
For those that may not know, say what Gen 7 is from a game standpoint.
Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right. I was kind of confused too.
I was like, my Pokemon knowledge stops after Ho-Ho, Lugia, and all those guys.
He said Ho-Ho.
First of all, you can't do that. You can't.
So you're like Gen 2 and that's it. You're red, blue, gold, and silver, and that's it. You cut it off.
You can't say the name.
I stopped at 150, and then the other ones they added, and past that, I know.
He said he stopped at 150 and named
one after 150 and the others they added. What does that mean?
Others. Gen 2. There you go.
So for
anywho, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like Gen 7, Sun and Moon, jeez.
Sword and Shield was after Sun and Moon.
Sword and Shield, and then
I like Sword and Shield.
See, there you go.
I like Ultra Sun. It was Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Moon, then Sword and Shield, and then we had
Super Sword and Shield.
Legends. That's when Legends came out.
Legends, and then Scarlet and Violet. Or what have
right. So, yeah, Scarlet. Yeah.
And then we had the Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl remake too. But
yeah. I agree with you because so for me, I stopped playing Pokemon after I jumped. I played Gen 1, Gen 2, jumped off and fell off out of it for like up until right before X and Y came out. and I
Mhm.
went. I was like, you know what? I was like, I want to play. I want to play Pokemon. So I went back and I got me I think whatever DS at the time. I went and got Black and White, and I
Great
actually
game.
played through Black and White. And
Yeah, I played Black and White. Yep.
Black and White 2 is like Black and White and Black and White 2 are like my second favorites. I'm not the original, but I'm a gold and silver guy. Like I had red,
Preach.
Now
yellow,
you speaking my language.
but I'm
Blue,
but I'm
silver,
a
and
gold and
gold.
silver. Gold and silver is my favorite generation.
Yes.
The best
Sorry.
generation, I think,
And-
outside of Mewtwo.
And so I gold and silver. Then I like I said fell off. Then I went and got played X and Y. Played not Brilliant. What's the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire?
Oh, yeah, Ruby.
Played.
That's
I
mine.
played
That's
those.
I was like
Those
the
were
Emerald
good.
generation. That was me.
Those
That's my
were
bag.
good.
Yo.
X and Y is good. X and Y is good.
Yeah.
X and Y
Sun
is
and
good.
Moon was just
No,
Sun and Moon was
that's
just
yeah.
okay to me.
Yes. Yes.
It was
Yeah, that was
just
kind of the
okay.
start of,
The only
A
reason
lot of
I
people
got
say
it-
a lot of people say that Sun and Moon was just there and stuff like
yeah,
that.
the only
It
reason
was
I got it is
it
because
was
it
made.
was a Pokemon game.
It is.
That's
I mean,
really
there's
the only
peak
reason.
and then there's off peak.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'm waiting for
yeah.
Pokemon Peanut Butter and Jelly. Those are gonna be some fire games.
Can we mute him?
This guy.
Right.
As anyways,
This
Hey,
guy.
I don't even know
My
what to say.
God.
One thing you do, squad, you make the laughs for yourself. If other people laugh, it's a bonus.
you know, when
Yeah.
when we said that Gold and Silver was great, I saw Wavy was like, "What did you mean by that? What
What
was
do you
the face?
mean?
You made a
Wait, what-
face when
what
we
you
were
talking
saying
about?
Gold and Silver was like the peak generation. Like you made like a face, or maybe I missaw it. Maybe I missed.
No, I'm saying like you said as a peak out of everything they done. He said I was a peak
I
generation,
thought
like Gold and Silver.
I thought Gold and Silver was peak Pokemon. I thought that.
I
They
still say
peaked
the
in high
best
school.
game,
It's okay.
the best game to me, and anybody can disagree with me. I think Gen 4, Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I think that was the
Okay.
best Pokemon
Yeah, that
game.
was-
Okay, that's fine. I mean, but
Those-
that's capitalizing on Gold and Silver. Like
They
It
were
is.
pretty popular.
Right. I liked Sapphire, Ruby, and the Emerald Gem for
I thought-
Rayquaza and the whole thing.
I think Rayquaza is one of the greatest Pokemon designs that there's ever.
That's the
existed.
dragon
And if
one,
you-
right?
Extreme
There's a lot of
speed.
You are pissing me off. You can't-
I'm not paying him any mind.
That's the dragon,
I'm
right?
not paying him any mind, bro.
Did you see the Deoxys movie? That fight? Oh, that fight with Rayquaza and Deoxys?
The last Pokemon movie I saw was Pokemon the movie. Like,
That's
You
the
ain't-
last one you
where's the
saw.
mute
You ain't see the second one?
Where's the mute? No.
You guys did
I got this for y'all. I got this.
Oh, wait,
for
no.
y'all.
Is he trolling? What is happening right now?
I got this for y'all. I got this for y'all.
because
Master
I'm
control.
just-
That's what we got here.
I
Anyway,
just-
no,
Can he just unmute himself?
he could, but he was so taken back by it.
Oh, jeez.
But
Oh, God.
we could be here all day.
But
truthfully,
all
Well, go
all
ahead,
that to
go
say,
ahead,
sorry about the like ZA. For right now, I'm not as excited about it as I was for Legends Arceus,
Legends.
just because they're.
I can see that.
I watched the whole Pokemon Direct in July, and a lot of it had to deal with the Pokemon World Champions.
That's how I felt too, Frosty. Actually,
Yeah,
I was
I
definitely
was gonna
sleeping on
say,
that
they
joint.
talked about Anaheim, that's actually ending today, or
Yeah,
as of recording.
I know somebody.
And
yeah.
that's
Okay.
basically the trading card game, and then video game. It's just like the
Yeah.
top of basically the convention for Pokemon. But with ZA, it seems like they're keeping everything from Legends, which is great. But there's a couple of things that raise my eyebrow. It's whereas Legends was in a whole region, Hisui before, of course, it
Mhm.
became Sinnoh. This is just in Lumiose. And Lumiose, yes, is a big city from X and Y, but we had different maps. We were going to mountains, we were going to the seas, we were going to the swamp, the
Well, that's a
mire.
pain point. Well, no, you
And
can't leave the
now we're
city.
just in the big city. We're just in this one big
Whoa.
petty. So it's got to
Whoa,
be
nah.
no, it's just one big city.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if we're going to be going outside of it. I don't know if we're going to be like
DLC.
the Pokemon.
You can
The
go outside
Pokemon
with
live
the
in
DLC.
zones. They live in zones in the city, and then on top of that, certain Pokemon came out during day and night. In this game, apparently, you're only catching them during the day. At night, all the trainers come out, which that's
Yeah, so
weird,
that's
but
when the
okay.
tournament happens. The Z to A
Yeah,
tournament. or whatever.
it's where
Yeah.
the tournament happens, which is cool in
Mhm.
concept. But what if I want to catch something at night? Like, are the zones just battling now? Like,
Oh, I see your point.
So first off, I agree with you. I was a little thrown off by that as well. The fact that we're, like I said, Husui was a big map. You know what I'm saying? When you traveled around with this one, looks like we're only in Lumio City. Now I'm not sure if they're gonna make it to where there are, other stuff that you can do, or like as far as like if you'll be able to go outside of the city, or if they're just stretching out the map, making it big, and you have certain sections, like they split it up into 4 sections where, okay, this side of Lumios is where you do this, and then to get to that side, you got, whatever, they'll find a way to make it to where you have to traverse the whole thing, or make it bigger than what it actually is. But to your point of, and I thought that as well. I'm not sure if you get I can't remember if they allow you to catch Pokemon. And I know you get the battle, but I'm not sure if you have like the mega Pokemon, like because it's like a certain mega Pokemon that come out. It's like
yes, there are some that will just dynamically mega evolve, and you can catch them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
So I'm not sure about that. I wasn't super excited for Legends. Until
Like the first
I found
one?
out. No, I'm not. I'm sorry, ZA. I wasn't super excited for ZA. The only reason that I got a little bit of excitement for it, the excitement I have for it, is mainly because of one of the starters. And one of the starters is my all-time. It evolves into one of my all-time favorite Pokemon, and that is
Which one?
Totodile.
Yes.
Feraligatr is my all-time favorite.
Okay.
Well, I got like 1A and 1B, and it's Feraligatr and Dragonite. Like those, like 1A and 1B.
Favorite Pokemon.
Favorite all-time Pokemon. It's 1A and 1B. Feraligatr and Dragonite. They like
I respect the Dragonite choice. That is for sure.
Arbok.
That's Arbok.
I was gonna say, did you say Ekans?
What you wrote? That's Arbok. What is happening here?
But
just give me a good Charizard.
Charizard.
But I will say
he
yes.
gets some love. He's getting some love. I think he's getting a mega form. So the fact of
Dragonite is getting the
Dragonite is, but I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, they showed that in the direct, right?
They showed in the direct. He's getting some type of.
Each of the starters are probably going to get it. Yeah,
which we're not getting. He hasn't. Gen 2 has been left out of, especially the Gen 2 starters. Gen 2 starters have been left out of all the love that the other starters have gotten. Where
except for Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil did get some love in Legends.
Cyndaquil got some love in Legends.
He got some love on the internet as well recently, with his backstory.
Can you
not
do that?
Yeah.
That
Typhlosion backstory was crazy. But we can move on for that. Sorry,
that's crazy. We can't talk about that.
That was ridiculous.
We don't talk about that. But go ahead, Husky. You're saying.
I was just saying, like, I'm. That's what got me excited for it. Now, I also like the battles. Like the battle, you get to change it because I played Scarlet and Violet, and when Pokemon comes out, it drops. I'm gonna spend my time going through the story, and once I finish story, I turn into a trainer. No, I turn into a full trainer, and what I mean by that is,
it's time to battle. It's time. It's time to go.
Battling. I'm breeding for the right IVs and EVs.
That's right.
You have the EV IV.
Okay. Yes.
And we going. We log into the battle.
This is what we're
and
talking
battling,
about.
my boy. Like I'm going. I'm here to compete. I'm trying to get the Master Cup and all that stuff. Like, listen.
See,
you like the bull from season 1 of Pokemon where he had the chains on the jaw, like with Sandshrew, stand against the resistance.
We get out here and we fight, man. You know what I'm saying? I consider myself a Pokemon trainer. Like I real deal get down. Like I don't have as much time as I used to, but like I've been in like from Facebook groups where we were battling. Like I don't want a couple of tournaments. I enjoy it. Like I don't do the meta what they do like in the worlds and all this stuff.
Yeah,
I use certain things, but like if I can have it, I'm gonna always have a Dragonite on my team. If I can have Dragonite, he coming with your boy. Like we go fight, we go do this all day.
All right.
And if I can have Feraligatr, guess what? I'm gonna use Feraligatr. I know how to make it work because I use them in Sun and Moon or whatever. When I was battling the Sun and Moon, I had my Feraligatr and I had a Dragonite on my team. Listen, was doing work. You know what I'm saying? So
you be on Showdown. You on Pokemon Showdown?
Not so. I've done Showdown, but I do through the system, through the Switch or whatever it's called. So
bet.
Yeah.
For y'all don't know Showdown. Showdown, you can just go online. You can put your team together, set the EV, set your team. You can play people online, like battle and train, like go hard.
I think that's a conversation about like overall innovations, and I love to hear that, honestly.
And hopefully we get. I think
Yu-Gi-Oh had something like that too.
Yu-Gi-Oh did, yes.
Yeah, we'll get a battle version or battle something with champions next year. Whenever they drop champions,
Yeah, I
Pokemon
did hear about
champions.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks fun. I can't wait. Because you can
And
basically
so
take your Pokemon from Pokemon Home and other Pokemon and like battle with them against other people or whatever.
yeah,
Mm.
it's
Yeah.
truly like a world situation where you just like match them all up and you battle to the top. And
I
that's
will say,
go ahead.
oh, my bad. No, I wasn't gonna say anything important. I was just gonna start talking about Dragonite because I like.
We'll have a
Yeah.
well, now that Husky has opened up that can of worms, I think we're due a Pokemon episode focus because we've done Dragon Ball. We haven't had a Pokemon focus episode in a while.
We haven't
Like,
done a Pokemon focus.
yeah,
I
shout
think.
out.
I'll come back. I'll come back.
Yo,
to that.
please
Hey,
do.
not
Thank
gonna
you.
lie.
Well, then I'll quickly say I don't like Dragonite's Mega Evolution. I think they have better
What is
opportunities.
it?
I thought it could be better.
It's like
Yeah,
got
it
wings all over the
wasn't
place.
crazy.
It
It
should've
wasn't
been
it wasn't like super creative.
It should have
It's a
been better.
combination of
It wasn't super
Dragon
creative, it was just like
Dragon
there.
Air.
There's so much
Right.
better fan art of what
Dragon
Dragonite's Mega
Mega.
Evolution should have been. I was like,
could have. They
Hold
could have. They
on.
definitely could have did that. I don't know why.
Yeah,
like,
nah,
I'm
that's
not-
light. That's light work. That's weird. I remember
not
that. I remember
It's
that.
light
totally
work.
off of it like everybody else. Like I'm okay with it, but I'm like they could have done so much better.
Yeah.
oh my
He's
God.
good.
I
It's
was-
got wings. It's got wings, right? Something like that.
Bro, all
That's
you
on his ears. Yeah.
all you literally have to do is Google, and people have been doing this for years. Google
Yeah.
Dragonite fan art evolution. And
Oh,
you
we've
will
talked
see
about
million.
Dragon Ball fan art, but you know what? Again,
Yeah, but also Mewtwo is the greatest Pokemon of all time. Sorry. I don't
something
disagree.
I will,
I
and
don't disagree.
I'll add this hot take as well. If anybody else wants to drop a hot take, let me know. But my hot take is one of my favorite games that needs more love. Like the concept was the Pokemon Coliseum and the Pokemon Shadows XD concept, where you were the
Coliseum was a
trainer,
great game.
where you
Coliseum
were
was great.
You had the unibike, John, and you was catching Team Rocket Pokemon and purifying them, whatever the dark
Snag 'em, but
Pokemon or
yes.
whatever. Look,
Yeah.
that and I poured it. That was the one game I actually took the work and I ported like my best team off of like whatever GBA game I had because I had the GameCube attachment at the bottom where you could plug it in the bottom
yeah,
or whatever.
okay.
Yeah, that was like so
Man.
that kind of game needs love too because that was a lane that I don't think anyone has like really gone over. It's like Pokemon, you catch them and turn them from dark back to light. Like
Man, Pokemon Snap, I thought was a
Pokemon
I
Snap?
was just about to say that. I was just
Yo,
about to
Pokemon
say
Snap?
that. I need to buy the new
Pokemon
one.
Snap.
That's what I need to do.
That wasn't my cup of tea, but
Man.
hey, I'll go off.
so I see we have a
Y'all do y'all
Pokemon.
thing.
We have a and right, and we're gonna drag Wavy through this. We're gonna still have the episode. We're gonna have you in here, and just taking all of our favorite Pokemon memories. If Wavy's gonna be like, oh god, none, and be the eye man now.
Nah, I'm cool. Everything else is that Pokemon Snap. I was like,
Oh,
whatever.
you cool? That's yeah, okay.
Man,
that
original
Throw
Pokemon
the
Snap
apples
was
to make the
amazing.
Pokemon evolve and get the best pictures and get all
Yeah,
the stuff.
you're a spectator. Like imagine you're a spectator on
They're in a
going
natural
through
environment.
the world,
Yeah.
and you're trying to catch pictures of a Pokemon.
No, I got it. I knew what it was.
know,
and
no, I know. I just
everything.
need
Wait,
to
was like, I know the
explain this to you.
concept.
I need
Still
to
hate
explain.
it.
No, but see, that's the thing. That's the thing. If this was real life, if that was real life, and you went and you seen a Dragonite or a Gyarados in the distance, you'd be like, oh my god!
Take
You
out
know
your
how hard it
phone,
was to get a
yeah.
Gyarados?
And
To
then-
take a
and then
picture of a
imagine-
Gyarados?
And then imagine you can influence what's happening. I'm gonna knock the Charmeleon into the lava so he can turn into a Charizard. Oh, come on! I can abuse the
Man.
Pokemon into evolving so I get a pick. Come on now.
I mean, I'd be like, with my Pokeball out so I can
That
catch
says
it.
a little bit about you.
I went on that safari so many times to make those Pokemon evolve.
First of
Good
no.
Lord.
You can't
I'm
say
joking,
that.
I'm
You
joking,
can't
I'm
say
joking,
that.
I'm joking, I'm
You can't say because they got these motherfuckers battling these Pokemon. You cannot
No,
say
you're
that.
right. I'm joking.
You
I'm
cannot
joking. It's
say that.
slavery. You know what I'm saying?
You're
Like,
right.
it's
You're
abuse.
telling me that that's wrong.
And was
We-
the manga Pokemon
You
die
serious?
for real?
Come
You know?
on now.
But anyway.
Yeah.
I
We-
was
trying
there.
to-
I was
we-
there.
we-
Listen, that's what I want. I want an actual. Give me a real life grown up Pokemon game. Like, give me the because I read some. I read like not all of the manga, but like the first 4 or 5 editions. Pokemon like they get down. They battle. Like I know Ash is for the kids. Ash is
Yeah.
cool. But give me Red, man. Give me my boy Red.
Oh,
yeah.
Give
man.
me the
Ooh, we
real
talking about Red.
Pokemon battle.
Yeah,
Like, give me
yeah.
the real boy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You
Let's
You
get
talking
some
about
work.
that? You talking about that boy at the top of the mountain that don't say nothing but 3 dots and then throws down with his level
Man,
level
listen.
80 Pokemon or whatever?
Let's go. Let's
That was-
get it.
You know what I'm saying? But
Ash should have used the Thunderstone. I don't give a fuck.
100% fact.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a
Toys
hold
would
him-
not have
hold him.
sold. The toys would not have sold.
Holding Pikachu. Raichu could have been just as popular.
Yeah,
Hell loves that.
on y'all's point of view, we'd have stopped at Gen 4 because they'd been like, sorry, these games ain't selling, man. Like, sorry, these toys ain't selling.
Man,
Yeah,
without
I think
Pikachu,
they-
Pokemon be dead.
So
It's
I will
jokes.
say the people who were playing the games,
I mean,
the people who play the
not
games
wrong.
Don't buy the toys.
well, no, I ain't gonna say that
No.
because
Trading
card. The
Oh
trading card.
yeah.
Yes.
You gotta think about. So it ain't just
Pokemon,
about just about the toys with Pokemon. It's the
Yeah.
the
It's the
game, the
merchandise.
video games, the trading card games,
The
and then you
movies.
also there's everybody. It's like people have
Mhm.
different favorite Pokemon, so the merch would still
Yes.
sell because of the love of the other Pokemon. Some people love Jigglypuff. Some people Togepi.
I was just about to say,
like it's so many other Pokemon that could have been the face, or that you could have Lucario when Lucario came out. Like you know how
Mhm.
hard, like folks love Lucario. Like
Man,
then
I
Mega
don't.
Lucario,
I don't get it,
Lucario.
man.
Like it was.
I understand it.
I don't
It's
understand
tough.
it. I don't get it.
But
don't
like
get
I
it.
said,
Mewtwo was that guy. They tried to bury Mewtwo.
No,
when he
nobody's
carried
taking
it.
away from
Mewtwo
Mewtwo,
was
but
that
Lucario is
Lucario
an
tried.
understandable. No one's
Lucario
saying
tried.
just because you like Lucario does not take anything away from Mewtwo, and I need you to understand that. Understand that.
Mewtwo
It
is
doesn't
the
take
GOAT.
away from Mewtwo for
Mewtwo's
love
the
for
GOAT.
Lucario. You can do both. But now we'll get ready to wrap up the episode, though. One other thing I'll say maybe one as we get ready to wrap up. We'll go around the room. Starting with we'll go with Husky, Corner, Desert, Wavy, Nubin, and myself. Your anticipated game, anything coming out in the rest of this year leading up to the Game Awards discussion that we're going to have, like when we get to that season. But any other game that's coming that you want to get your hands on before we get to the end of the year, if any. You can say none, pass. That's your option.
I'm not gonna go with the probably the popular option. I'm gonna go with a game called Dispatch. It's gonna be on Steam. It's a basically it has what's the dude name? He was with Bryan Cranston in what was the show?
Oh, Breaking Bad. What's
He
his
was in
name?
Breaking Bad. The other guy from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
It has like
Jesse.
Jeffrey Wright. It has so many like a lot of good actors. But basically these are the developers. It's being developed by Ad Hoc Studios. It's former Telltale developers. But the game is what happens is you're a superhero, but you have like a mech suit. Your mech suit get destroyed, and this agency is basically a superhero dispatch agency.
Yeah, I think I've seen things about
And
that.
You
know what?
They're gonna help you with your help you get fix your suit, but you have to work at the agency. They're gonna give you they're giving you a team of losers, and you have to basically turn these losers into something. And your job is to send them to different areas to put out different fires, basically. So whatever
Was that the Game Awards like last year or something like
It may
that?
have got shown last year, but I remember from then. I also remember, it got shown last year.
Yeah,
Aaron,
Mhm.
I think Aaron Paul.
I know you're talking
Aaron
about
Paul,
now. Okay,
yes.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
They have a demo. It's on Steam. It's only on Steam right now. It's on.
Oh, word
But
demos.
they have a demo. I played through the demo, man. The demo is hilarious. The game is so far from what I played in the demo. The game is well written. It's hilarious. It's fun. If you go on my TikTok right now, I have I posted a video of me doing some playthrough, talking about the game. I think it was a couple of months ago, but that's one of my highly anticipated games of the year that I'm hoping still comes out this year. But that's one of my highly anticipated ones. The game looks, like I said, from what I played the demo, the game is so much fun so far. So I can't wait to get my hands on it. I got a wish list. I'm ready. I'm just sitting on it, waiting for them to give me a release date.
Uh-huh.
The money set aside already, huh?
Yeah,
Money
I'm
set
waiting for that
aside. That's what I'm
I'm
talking
ready for that. I am ready for that one.
I already got my game. Shit, Death Stranding 2. Go on.
Next.
I'm good. Obviously, Yote.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to say it either. I was like, that's up there for me, but yeah, I'm like, I wasn't gonna say that one.
That's the one for me. I will say to follow that up would be Ninja Gaiden 4. I'm a big Ninja Gaiden fan. Ninja Gaiden 4 is getting gone. Ninja Gaiden 4, I would say. Yote.
Game Pass. Game Pass, man.
You know what I'm fucking saying, bro.
Game Pass, yo.
We talked about Game Pass so much today. Starfield, Avowed, and all these other Expedition. We talked about a lot of Game Pass. That's
South
what
of
I
Midnight.
enjoy.
All that, yo.
Anyways, but Ninja Gaiden, Yote, of course.
Yeah,
Yote,
of course.
of course. But Ninja Gaiden.
Well,
He does it.
he took my answer. But yes, Yote, definitely looking for it. October 2nd. It's about to be fun. And also the next season of Marvel Rivals, which is gonna come out September. So like who's not looking forward to that? Like
I mean, like,
The
I
game
haven't
just
played
came
Rivals in a
out.
minute.
I mean, yeah, like the game's already out, but like I see what you're saying. I get what you're saying. That counts.
I haven't played
Live
Rivals in a
service game.
minute,
It
so
keeps
I
getting
can say that.
updated. So
I
that's something I'm looking
need
forward
a
to.
Wesley Snipes blade skin. That is missing.
That's it.
He
That
said
is
that's
missing.
it.
You listen. That goes back to knowing your people.
Yep.
You know how prominent Blade was. It's been said several times. Blade saved the Marvel universe, or whatever the
Facts.
case may be. He saved Marvel.
It's facts.
Put
Facts.
this man's skin
Put his
in the
skin.
game. You can charge $5 for just put them. They go.
Put the skin in the game.
If you put it there, they will. What's the saying? You build it, they will
Yeah,
come.
yeah, exactly.
If
If
you
you
build
build
it,
it,
they will come.
They will come. Well, we could argue that thanks to Blade, we even have Marvel right. We could say
Wavy,
that all
you're-
of Marvel's
you're-
current
No,
success.
everything's because of Blade that Marvel is still in existence. They were bankrupt
Absolutely.
before that movie even
Yeah,
happened.
it
Like
was.
it was
That-
about it.
Give me a Wesley Snipes skin.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I'll be a Blade main that day.
But yes,
The rest of my
Ghost
days.
of Yotai, like super excited for it. That's the one game I'm about to be like, okay, Rivals, I'll take a little break. I'm sorry.
There he goes. We'll take a break for that.
First of all, shout out for a black man saving the Marvel universe. That's what's up.
Before it even started.
History.
Just made
Like
it happen.
everything else in this world. Thank you, black
That's
people.
right. Bring him back for another Blade movie. You know, just bring him back. I mean, I want Mahershala.
Because there's only one Blade.
There's only going to be one Blade.
Shout out to Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah.
Oh, that look was hilarious that Deadpool gave after that. But I would say Yote. I'm excited for Yote, but what I'm most excited for, Outer Worlds 2. I want Outer Worlds 2 so bad. I love the first one. I thought it was amazing. I can't wait for the second one.
Also, Wavy. Where's it going, Wavy? Where's it going?
What you mean?
Where's it gonna be at, Wavy?
Oh, of course, Game
helping
Pass.
you
Of
out,
course.
man. Thank you.
Hey, Game Pass, man. Game Pass is. I
Dang,
told
he
you.
threw the alley oop. Wavy
He
just
threw the
looked at
line.
it
He
like,
was like,
You just go.
right.
You ain't
You
gonna
need to LeBron that
He ain't
shit.
dunking. He laid it up though.
he's
He
just
laid
watching
it
the
up.
basketball.
laid it out.
Oh, is that
I
pass for me? Oh,
No, it almost went out of bounds. He caught it, passed it back. It's okay.
I will say, despite Xbox's past like business stuff and everything, it's despite Nintendo's the past business stuff. Game Pass and Nintendo right now, that
What you saying?
it's like, hey.
What you saying?
I mean, the Xbox had like the whole layoffs and everything they've been doing. Nintendo with the way they've been doing the business and everything. It's like, it's not justified, but it's like, damn, y'all just gonna keep on pouring this Game Pass and these Nintendo IPs. It's like,
Yep.
what you want me to do?
What you want me to
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
But you can go ahead, Noob. My fault. You can go ahead, Noob.
All right. Well, you limited it to this year, but I'm going to do another
Yes, I did.
off take. Yeah, I'm going to limit it to an off take. October 3rd, not Pokemon, Digimon.
Yeah.
Digimon Story Time Strangers.
That's coming out October 3rd?
That is coming out October 3rd on Steam, Xbox Series X
That's
and
your
S.
most anticipated this year?
That you know
The
what? I
confusion?
looked at it.
I am
I
confused.
I looked
Because
at it.
I heard about it and I looked at it, I was like, okay. But I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
I
here for
It
it.
could be anything,
so
right?
you got to remember, Cornered. My most anticipated game for this year already came out, and I've been
Monster
playing
Hunter.
it since February. Yeah, I've already been playing it.
I agree. Death Stranding 2 is my answer. That is my answer.
So I've already been playing it.
What was mine?
But,
I don't need
um,
I
shit
forgot
else
what
this
mine
year.
was. I think it was Expedition that I was.
Yours was
looking for.
probably Destiny.
Shut up! It was Expedition. Get off my man. Get off. No, we're not gonna go there today.
But yes,
that's funny.
Digimon Story Time
Don't talk to her
Strangers.
no more.
Because I'm gonna
Right.
tie it.
Exactly. Destiny got a soft spot in his heart, man. Yeah, he'll always go back, man. It's
I'm
okay.
gonna tie it back to the conversation. More competition means that these companies have to do better. So if Digimon steps their game up, hopefully Pokemon will. So
That's a big if.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
hopefully.
I know it's a big
That's
if.
a big if.
And that's why I said
if you're gonna
hopefully.
be, if you don't keep it a stack right now, Pokemon low key is like
Well, the thing is,
those
they
big
come out the same
games, but
number.
just for like
Yeah,
They do
come
that?
out the
Do
same
that?
month. Yeah. October 3rd is Digimon Story, Time Stranger, and October 16th is ZA.
The
So they come out
only
the same
way,
month.
as
Ooh.
much as I would like to see that happen, the only way that like people are gonna have to buy their Digimon game. Like it's gonna have to sell.
Yeah, they're in a different stratosphere at this
Like
point.
it's
Oh,
gonna
no, I
have to
know.
sell some like at least some millions.
Yeah. So,
you want
like
to
I
start
said,
a campaign.
that's why I said it was kind of a low key pick. I'm
No,
gonna.
I mean,
I was like, Digimon over here, like, look at me. Look at me.
I'm here
that's
too.
all they've been doing.
carried y'all Saturday mornings along with y'all. Forget.
No,
I did watch
no, they did not.
I did watch
carry.
No, I didn't. I was trying to.
Right,
They
but
carried
you are
Fox.
precise in it. They didn't.
They carried Fox
They,
kids.
it was
Mm,
something.
no,
Yeah, I
Fox
guess,
kids.
Fox Kids
maybe.
had
I don't know,
Yu-Gi-Oh! And
until
JLU.
Sonic came out. Until Sonic was a.
Hey,
Sonic.
Digimon had
Anyway.
a fire intro like everybody else. Let's
It
not
did have a
forget
fire
that.
intro, but it was always like not Pokemon. Like you know what I'm saying?
Not-
I was gonna say you
Yeah,
have
I mean, no
people that
shade,
did not watch Pokemon that know the Pokemon theme song.
Yeah,
But anyway.
I'm sorry. Like Digimon's
Yeah, go
theme
ahead.
song was dope, but compared to
Oh, it's not even.
Be the very best?
The
Yeah.
very
Listen,
best.
it's
No
not
one
even. It's
ever
not even
was.
close. It's not even.
It's an unfortunate truth that we have to
Not
bear.
even.
the people that
You-
made
you-
that song perform that song at their shows like to this day. Like that's
Yeah.
something they do.
Yeah.
Like
People had that joint at their
Right.
weddings. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Listen,
Like,
Right.
I
The
know.
fact that Yu-Gi-Oh even got as hot as it was, you know what I'm saying? Like, man.
like, you know what I'm saying?
But I would say that Pokemon is still in another stratosphere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. Yes.
AFP.
That's my answer. And also Kirby Air Riders Go Sakurai.
Yeah.
Everybody is just coming
Okay.
on.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll say
Hey, Frosty, it's on you.
for me, generally, it's Yote right now. That's on the top of my radar. Other games that necessarily escape me, but that's something I'm looking forward to, just based off of like that further continuation about like exclusives, but PlayStation games that stand to hold that continued what's the word I'm looking for, reputation.
Yeah. I mean, potential game of the year coming out.
Yeah, basically.
Yote.
It's high expectations for that.
It's gonna be.
I mean, after that last gameplay trailer they had out,
it's been on the two games. It's really in this.
That's if you leave out Death Stranding, yes.
So listen, I'm playing through Death Stranding 1 right now, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it. I love it.
Good man.
However,
I've never touched that game. Never will.
if it ain't Donkey Kong Bonanza or Expedition 33, everybody else is just there just showing up.
Expedition 33, I need to see right now.
Y'all can come to the show, but you ain't got no chance to win the show. But if you ain't one of them two games,
I mean, honestly, I ain't mad at you right now for saying that.
Donkey
33
Kong
right now,
just
like
gonna win the family
I think.
one. Maybe.
Listen, I'll be happy with that because I want Expedition 33.
I'm leaving with
I'm leaving with something.
To win it all. I want Expedition 33 to win it all. That's to me.
Yes.
I think they deserve to.
I think Expedition 33 is the people's champ, no doubt about it. It is the people's
They should
champ.
win.
Do I think
Play it
Expedition
one day.
30? Do I think Expedition 33 is the best
finish it
video
one day.
game made this year? I don't, but I think it's the people's champ. I want it to win too, low key, because I think what they're doing and what they did was great for the industry.
I think it
want that
needs to
be
win,
said.
right? I think just for that, I think it needs to win to show
To
like
show it.
these corporations or whatever that they don't need these
That's the people's
1,000-man teams and these big budget these big budgets to make a game of the year.
champ.
You know what I'm saying?
I will say, like I said, I don't think Death Stranding 2 is winning, but like Desert just said, it's leaving there with something. It's go leave with something because one,
the
way
They're just gonna make a
the
category.
way Jeff
Kojima.
Keighley had
Right.
his mouth around Hideo Kojima's parts.
Hell yeah, he
it's gonna
sure
leave with
does. He
something.
sure does. Look, man, I'm cupping right under. I'm with him. Like, it's okay. Hideo Kojima is the GOAT, man. He leaving there with something.
I'm
And that
leaving
game
with
is a
something.
masterpiece. Death Stranding 2 is a masterpiece, and there is no game that you will ever play in your entire life that is like it. That is 100% the fact, and that's why I think it should be for consideration. I think Ghost of Yote is going to do what Ghost of Tsushima failed to do in beating out The Last of Us Part 2. I think Ghost of Yote is going to, take
Till this day, that is the dumbest decision I've
it
ever
was not a
seen in
dumb
game
decision.
award
It wasn't a
That's
dumb
the dumbest
decision.
decision.
It wasn't a dumb
The
decision.
dumbest decision.
You're a hater.
Like,
You're a
As
hater.
much as I would like,
I'm
to
not
agree
a
with you,
hater.
Corner, as much as I would like to agree with you, when they showed the preview and folks were like, "It looks like Assassin's Creed Shadow." First off, no, the fuck it doesn't. Secondly,
Facts.
because I hated that people act like Ghost of Tsushima didn't come out and like Ghost of Yote is building off Ghost of Tsushima. It's not building off Shadows. Shadows took from Tsushima, but Yote is building off Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think they're saying that because of the story and how like the story of Yote looks, and it's like very similar to Shadows.
I guess it's another samurai game. I guess whatever the case it is, and it's like you got people out here saying that now. I'm like, bro, y'all just be quiet.
I think it's mostly because of the story, though,
just
too.
Be quiet.
And
well,
the female protagonist.
It's the story, but it's also the gameplay. The gameplay was immaculate, and that's why Ghost of Tsushima was so good. But the reason why Ghost of Tsushima lost,
should have won Game of the Year.
The reason why it lost to Last of Us Part 2 was because Last of Us had a significantly better cinematic story and one that we want to keep on watching. Clearly
all right.
HBO.
No. All right, are we gonna go into? Okay,
No, we're not. I'm telling you right now.
See, this is where the hate goes. The hate comes like this because I said Ghost of Tsushima.
I said what I said.
Hold on. You wait a second. You wait a second. I said, look, the difference. I'm gonna just tell you what my issue with Wavy is, man. It's because if Ghost of Tsushima won, I'd be like, all right, cool.
Not him. Okay.
Yes, exactly. Because you talking bullshit. You was talking
very solid point. Very solid point.
That's okay. I'm back. I'm right back. He said the mute ain't working. Okay, no, but seriously, like I'm trying to wrap it up. Now y'all take it to. So the issue was is if Ghost of Tsushima won, I'd have been like, all right, cool. But Wavy not giving respect to Last of Us Part 2 because he think Last of Us Part 2 wasn't as nice. And I think that's wrong. Last of Us Part 2 was great.
It wasn't as nice.
It was as nice.
He said it wasn't as nice. He said, I'm standing on business.
Last of Us Part 2. Last of Us Part 2 was a good game.
It was a great game.
I'll say it was a good game. That's just my opinion.
It was a great game.
I just think that Ghost of Tsushima, with the story, the gameplay, everything about it, I think it was just more fitting that year for Game of the Year, other than like a sequel to a game that like. Look, I think it was good that they made it. I don't think it was needed.
I
don't think it was needed. But it was good. I didn't say it was. I didn't. But you didn't hear me say that it wasn't a good game though.
But by that metric right there, Ghost of Yote should be bumped down the list this year.
And it might be.
But I don't think it should be. If it's fire, it should be considered. I think Spider-Man 2 was fire on top of
Don't worry, Frosty, I'm doing the same thing. I'm like, wait, what?
Like, it deserved to be a canon. I think if you come out with a sequel, just like God of War, I got robbed by Elden Ring, in my opinion, I stand by it.
I do stand by that as well. After playing both, I have.
Yeah, that's crazy. So I can get robbed by Elden Ring, but then when I say that Ghost of Tsushima got robbed by Last of Us 2, I'm the bad guy.
You know why?
Got it.
You know why? Right. You know why? I'll tell you exactly.
Racism.
It's a clear as day. Because you're saying that Last of Us 2 should have won because it wasn't as good of a game. I'm saying that Elden Ring shouldn't have won, not because, it wasn't as good of a game, but because FromSoft showed themselves up with the Demon Souls remake and reset the standard for themselves that they didn't come back and meet with Elden Ring, while God of War built on top of an already elite, insurmountable thing, built on top of it already, and delivered what we thought maybe couldn't really be done. As good or not better version of the God of War remake, that was crazy. And if we talk about going down the list of everything that there is, boss fights, cinematography, voice acting in general, motion capture, sound design, all those things, I mean, God of War killed it. But we got this, Polygon had an article where they just said we got this like addiction to Souls likes, and we can't criticize them.
It's the meta right now.
We love these Souls likes. We don't even criticize Souls.
Check out our recent TikTok about that.
The Souls like is good. Like that's been happening, and Elden Ring was like the pinnacle of it. And yes, like Night Rain or whatever came out, and it's like that's wonderful. That is phenomenal, 100%. But let's not act like that is the pinnacle of gaming. We're not going to act like that is the pinnacle of gaming when all these other elements of video games have come out. And the reason why The Last of Us got an HBO show and Pedro Pascal, one of our modern movie stars, is playing Joel is because the joint was so dope and influential on top of the gameplay. So, like, you can't say that part 2 wasn't good. Part 2 was phenomenal. Like, it just was, but Ghost of Tsushima could have won. Either one, it was a pick, but you can't say it ain't deserved to be there. Like, you can't say that.
No, I didn't say it. No, it definitely deserves to be there.
He just says it should have won.
It deserved
That's all
it.
I said.
I
That's
agree
all I
with
said.
Wavy. I like Tsushima.
Just like Yote's gonna deserve to be there this
Right.
year too, and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I just know they're gonna
I
win.
understand. I will say I understand why Last of Us Part 2, won or whatever. I personally like the story of Tsushima more. The fact that battle with Jin had to do within himself to be
I loved it.
who he, who eventually be who he was, and then that ending where that choice he had to make where, hey, he was basically, his uncle was saying, hey, take this, you're my son now, just blame her, and he was like,
Yep. Nope. Not gonna do that.
we good. You know what I'm saying? So that's like that battle, that
was
story. Tsushima just felt
It
a lot more to
was.
me.
You remember
Same
when they
thing
killed
with-
the horse?
Listen, same
Great
thing
game.
with Ragnarok. Ragnarok for me was the game of the year that year for everything.
No.
Listen,
I say we're done. When I say we're done, when
I
you
just
die,
did a TikTok on this thing. That's one of my all-time favorite gaming moments. That fight where
Yep. Yeah, you
Thor
did.
hit
Yes,
with
you
the hammer,
did.
Thor hit you with the hammer, you go down and you cut to the screen, and it's like, damn, well, I guess I thought I blocked, but okay. And here come
This.
No,
I swore I did.
I say when we're done.
You're right. And
Shocks
what I
you and
say
brings you
with
back to
the
life.
yep.
Bruh. And then the whole story, everything that's
Oh.
going on in that game.
Oh man, when
Don't make me
when
the god
Kratos,
I used to be. Like,
right?
Listen.
He was like, "Don't make me the god I used to."
I
But
used to
then,
be.
but Odin bounced back and was like, "Man, who the fuck was that? Who was that? There nobody
no one
worship
worship
you."
Nobody
you.
worship you?
No one prayed to
Hey,
you.
Hey,
I was
Odin
like,
came
oh.
back. I was like,
Listen,
I was
Odin
like,
talking.
oh.
Odin and what's the other dude? I can't think of his name. Heimdall.
Yeah.
Heimdall
Mm.
was talking. So I wanted
They was
to
talking.
punch his.
They was
man,
talking
I wanted
crazy.
To punch his shit in
They
from
was
the
talking
moment he
crazy.
got on the screen.
I'll say with the Heimdall boss battle I did, I beat him about as bad as I did Zeus in God of War 3. You was
Oh,
talking
man.
way too, and you threatened my
Oh,
son.
man.
My dodge and block game for that fight was on peak. I was like,
It was on point.
I was like,
Weaving, boxing the weaving.
I was like, no, like you're not gonna talk that stuff against my son, bro. Like, that's not finna happen.
Oh,
like
man.
that's not finna happen. Everybody
Hey,
else
you
I got
can't-
hit a couple times. I was like,
you can't-
you're not hitting me. You're not hitting me.
Kratos is undefeated, bro. Kratos is
He's not
undefeated. You can't.
You know
I don't know
what I'm
why
saying?
these
That's
guys
so well
try to
done.
fucking with Kratos. I don't know how you look at this man and see what he did in Greece and say, "Oh, I want to fight him."
That's like
Like,
that's
you
no,
are
that's
fucking-
that's the same. That's the same. It's the same people that still shoot bullets at Superman, knowing who he is,
That's
or
different.
or try to
That's
swing on Batman, knowing who he is.
That is different. They up against the wall. They like a corner fox. That's all they could do. Is, "Ah!"
No, they are not. No, they are not because they could clearly leave.
Listen, shooting bullets at Superman, you just stupid at this point. You have no other option. I guess you just
Leaving
life
ain't
or
an
death
option.
situation.
It's not working,
Not
guys.
working.
Shoot more. Like,
That man-
what?
Listen, I know who. Only reason I'm saying this because we know Batman is just he's a well trained martial artist. However,
He's well written.
he's
I'll say
he's still a regular man.
Yep.
I'm swinging.
He still
Fuck
bleeds.
Hey,
I'll swing.
Listen,
hey,
I might
no
swing.
bullshit. No bullshit. I mean, I carry a knife with me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If it was me in the alleyway, this Batman, he's trying to fuck me up, break my arm, shit, I'm swinging too.
Well, yeah, in that scenario, but you
No,
don't.
yeah,
My point is that you know the history, like of Kratos. You didn't have to mess with him.
No, yes,
Balder
for
did
sure.
not have to go to his house.
Well,
Balder
okay.
went to his
But-
house and asked.
But Balder thought he couldn't die. Also,
Well, he couldn't.
Balder,
I mean,
He
for the
couldn't.
longest time, he was right.
no, but
listen, I ain't never died before. Like, I ain't never died before. Right, but that don't mean you can't, my boy. Like, listen, what you saying? Like,
you see it every time the odds attack against Kratos, he has killed them. That's just what happened. He has killed them. Like you can't say that. Oh, Kratos versus this person. It sounds like every boss battle Kratos has been in. That's what it sounds like. A big ass health bar, and then Kratos ends up slicing that motherfucker's neck. Like,
No. Or better, one of the most savage ways, other than beating Zeus to death, was when he pulled Helios' head off of his body and used it as a flashlight.
Oh, yeah, that was fire. That was fire.
Mhm.
But
That
I
caused
thought
him
it
a
was.
lot of trauma, though. But it was.
But I thought it was more fire when he took Hermes and cut this motherfucker.
Cut his legs off and put his shoes on.
Oh man, that was tough, bro. I mean,
And so when you talk to, I know it's a whole other conversation. When we talk to Atreus, and Atreus is like, "No, nothing. Your daddy was a savage. You don't need to
Man,
talk."
Right.
They're like that as a parent. So a different aspect of it, as a parent. Listen. I've had to have that conversation with my kids. You doing something? It's like, hey man, like, listen. I'm trying to tell. Especially you get to a point where they doing something like you don't understand. You know me as dad. You don't know me as the other
The other guy.
You don't want to know that other person. So I suggest you listen to
You
this
know,
person.
Dad.
that's
You don't know
telling you.
HH. Let me just
You
tell
don't
you
know
now.
Big Hus. Yeah. You don't know
Listen.
Big Hus.
You don't want to get to know that person, my boy. And I be like, so I understand that, like what he was saying. Yeah, that's why I say that for me, that game hit so hard. For one, just being a parent, and like, granted, I don't. My kids aren't old, or like my oldest is 10, but like I know just some of those conversations and some of those realizations that I'm gonna have to go through, where I'm going to have to step aside and let him make his decision, and hope that I've taught him well enough and shown him how to properly handle certain situations without him causing severe harm to himself or doing something that could be detrimental to his life, career, or existence without me being around guiding him and showing him, or they got to grow up and I got to back up. He's got to become a man, and I've got to let him make his own decisions and live with those results, or the consequences to his actions. So that's why I say I understand that for me. That's why I say God of War Ragnarok for me hit so much harder, just being a parent and being a black dad at that. You know what I'm saying? So it hit me hard. That's why I was like, that for me, that was one of my game. That's like game jumped from being just a regular game to like one of my all-time favorite games because of what I took from it and what it meant to me. So
And they gave it to Elden Ring. They gave it to
Elden Ring.
Because it was the newest Souls game on the block. You know what I'm saying?
Atreus was lucky because in the first game when he got mad at him and shot him with an arrow trying to prove a point, I'd be like, ooh. If Kratos was still Kratos,
see, but that's the thing, though. You know what I'm saying?
What was it, John?
He just
that
does
gentle
not
parenting.
understand.
I don't know if that kicks in right there.
Well, you know the thing when you grow up and you hear stories about your parents from other people, you don't hear from them. You hear and like imagine Atreus asking anyone who survived, like, yo, what was my dad like? This motherfucker climbed up Mount Olympus and killed the guy. Like, bro, stop! Don't you dare!
No, even better.
Wait, who's your dad?
Went back in time to save the people, save the beings.
He gonna be like, look,
to climb the. Hey, look.
This motherfucker.
He had hoes and he killed hoes.
I saw your dad. I saw your dad get hit with a pillar from Ares from 100 miles away, and then your dad climbed out of hell and killed him. That's what I saw. Like,
you better listen to your dad, boy.
and then impaled by your granddaddy with the blade of the gods.
Right.
Climbed out of hell again.
You heard about Hercules, right? Oh yeah. Your daddy,
you know where he is?
He
did.
Your daddy took Hercules gauntlets,
clapped him a couple times,
put him on, and beat the mess out of Hercules.
No, beat his face off.
Oh, that same Hercules you read stories about? Oh yeah, Kratos fought him.
He beat his face off. His face is unrecognizable.
Come on now.
If you swam in the pool at the God of War 3 and you see Hercules in the pit when you fall in, you don't recognize him anymore. But that's another conversation.
But with a legacy like that, we looking at Atreus like, what you about to be?
Yeah, it's curious how they'll carry that in his legacy of him being who he is.
Because he's gonna get older, and as much as we want to keep on playing as Kratos, which I don't think they should go away from Kratos personally. I think they should keep Kratos as the main character. But I do want Atreus to become like a co-main. Like I'm down with that too, because just for story
I need him
purposes.
to like pop in and out, but I'm still Kratos.
Yeah, and they did it in Ragnarok. I want more of Atreus, but I don't know if I'm ready to part with Kratos yet.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm with you. I don't want to so do it like you did with Spider-Man 2 in the sense of have Kratos around and you still do stuff with him, but put the focus and the shift towards Atreus. Like, and you're gonna have. So I'm gonna say this: they're going to keep from having to retrack and do this all over again and put Kratos in front. This is going to have to be well written, and it's going to have something to go where Atreus can take on the mantle of the God of War. Like he's something's gonna have to happen. And I say
Yeah.
that to say this, I don't want it to happen. Kratos is gonna have to die. And that's what's in
I'm not
order
ready
for
for that yet.
Atreus, and that's the thing.
that hurts
in order
to
for
even think
him-
about.
That's what I'm saying. In order for Atreus to become that person that we want, that we got from Kratos, someone or something is going to have to put Kratos down. Like, and he's gonna have to be there to witness this. Like, he's that
Uncle
trauma
Ben.
that his dad went through. He's gonna have to go through that same thing. Something has, like, Kratos. They took his family, all that stuff. He's gonna have to have
the ashes.
that.
Oh,
He's gonna have to have something like that, or something to that effect, to happen to him in order for him to become the next God of War.
Yo, he just got
To
like
become
die,
that being.
and his last words are "Goodbye, Atreus."
It's gonna be something else.
It'd be-
It's gonna be something
oh,
more powerful than that. There's gonna be something hitting.
No, that's powerful because he always calls him boy. He calls him Atreus like 5 times, maybe 3
I see what you're
times in
saying.
like the
It was
2
just
games.
his name. It's gonna be some other Joan or whatever, and be like, something about your mother. I don't know. It's gonna be something like, I'll see your mother. So it's gonna be something like some words they traded. It's gonna say back. It's gonna be like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, or I'm proud of you. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? Even if they said like,
Or he somehow
but
gets
yeah,
trapped in
goodbye,
somebody's
you're right.
underworld and Atreus has to save him or something like.
Something like that, because he is also,
That-
he's also a god. So you know what I mean.
And
Like,
that could
that'd be
work.
fine.
You could kill Kratos in something.
And
Kill
then
him
Atreus
off, and
goes save him.
there you go.
Ooh, picks up the blades of Cat. You know what? Anyway, we can't
making
do
the game right
Hey,
now.
Sony Santa Monica.
We
Sony
can't-
Santa Monica.
we can't do this.
We
We
just
can't-
helped you write God of
We
War,
did.
whatever.
We can't. We can't.
Yeah, I
we
would
can't.
love for Kratos to just step away, man. I'd
We
love
can't.
for him to pass the blades on and say, look, like, you now are going to like, for Atreus to earn Kratos' favor, to where Kratos says, I feel I can step away now because you got it, and I'm going to grant you my blades and grant you my stuff.
And the axe or whatever. You're gonna give him the axe and the blades.
Yeah, and he'll be
Listen.
like, you go and make me proud now, and Kratos, and he might consult Kratos for wisdom.
Carrying
or something
your
or
father
whatever.
and your mother.
He does.
Exactly.
Well, no.
He does that after he saves him from the underworld. Listen, I still say you got to kill him. You're gonna have to do something direct and give him the chance. He can save them. He comes back. He doesn't have the same. And this is how you could do it. You kill him. Atreus goes and brings him back from the underworld, but he comes back. He doesn't have the strength and all the stuff he has now. So he has to step away. He has to go off to the
Yes.
side. That's how you
Not
make
the
that happen.
same.
That way you can't
Yeah.
just bring Kratos back when the series is not doing well. Like, you have to figure it out.
Yeah,
And that's what a lot of game or developers don't want to do. They don't want to figure it out. Move on from that person. Because if you're going to continue the series, either stop making the series altogether or figure it out and make the new stuff work.
We're saying this
Well,
right here
I
on
wonder-
Fukapod, and we'll see what the game looks like in a couple of years, or the announcements or anything like that. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that I agree, but other games have tried that. Sergeant Locke, but all right, let's go.
And that's what I'm saying. People talk about, Halo. What Halo was at Halo 5, right? Where they
Mhm.
brought in Sergeant Locke and tried. I didn't play Halo 5. I've heard from some people they liked the story, they liked the campaign. A lot of people didn't. They didn't like Sergeant Locke.
Dang,
But it was the same thing of you have to find a way to figure those out, because if all you're gonna do is just carry on the Master with Master Chief, I mean, that's fine, but how are you gonna keep telling the same? I ain't gonna say the same story, but like,
it basically
ways to do the
is.
story.
It's basically
You know what I'm
is.
saying? So
And that's the thing. Like I said, we can wrap up, but they had a way to do it, and the twist that they did to the narrative, basically what we got in Halo 5, it just didn't do it justice. But anyway,
I understand is that gap is that they tried, and I think that's another episode. Again, we got like 3 episode ideas out of this whole episode in general. But
There you go.
with that being said, that's a wrap, squad. Be sure to check out our content anywhere on the internet at Fukaname, PHUCANAME. Check out all of our available content platforms. I've been your host, Frosty Phoenix. Google me, FROSTYPHENIX. That's FROSTYPHENIX. PHENIX. See all the content I've got there. Squad, close out with your social, starting with our guest that came for us today.
Once again, man, first off, I just want to thank y'all for inviting me and letting me come on and have a conversation with you guys. I truly enjoyed this. Anytime y'all need somebody, like, I would love to come back. You guys are cool. I'm glad I got a chance to be on here with you all. So thank you again for giving me the opportunity to be on your platform and just, yap about games and stuff that I love. Second, I am the Husky Hokage on everything, man. You can find me at TikTok, Twitter, Twitch. Yes, I still call it Twitter. I can't get with calling it X. I think it's a porn site.
We all do. Don't worry about it.
Instagram, YouTube as well. Also, and I have to get, and we can make it so everybody can come on. But I have a podcast as well with my cousin. It's called Victory Road, a gaming podcast. We talk about games. As you see the logo. It looks like what is, you know what I'm saying?
Love it.
Controller.
Nice.
It's me and my cousin. We talk about games. We'll have to get you guys on or whatever. And we'll definitely set something up. But we do, once again, we talk about games. We bring gamers on, people who are in the industry or just gamers in general. We interview them, and then we have episodes, like I said, where we discuss certain games or things of that nature. We have fun. We cut up. We laugh. But once again, like I said, y'all can find me anywhere and everywhere at the Husky Hokage. Be sure to check me out, man. Make sure y'all, if y'all on TikTok, go give your boy a like and a follow, man. I'm trying to get the goal, my next goal of 5,000. So, yeah.
Well, shout out to Husky Hokage, man. We appreciate you coming by and all that. You know what I'm saying? Great guest. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for accepting the invitation. Of course, y'all hearing the voice of Wavy God right now. Of course, you follow me on IG, WAVIIGAWD_. Or follow me on X, WAVII_GAWD. Of course, it's Nika Lover, anime watcher, video game player. And shout out to Nike with the Yu-Gi-Oh collab. They're about to release on September 2nd, I believe. They're about to make like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Like Joy. I think Joy Wheeler used to wear like the Air Max 95s in the manga and the anime. So they're basically making a collab with the Air Max 95. So shout out to them. Hopefully that does sell well and all that kind of stuff. But it's Wavy God here, of course, and I'm out. Next squad may year up, man.
Word. This is Corner Fox, aka One Speed Wanda, aka Leroy Justice. You already know it's been great, man. Shout out to Big Hus, man, the homie. This was a good session. Corner Fox is more dangerous than the Jackal, man. Hideo Kojima always gets the shout out, man. Play Death Stranding 2. Make sure if you ain't if you ain't seen The Woman King, see The Woman King. If you ain't seen Fantastic Four, see Fantastic Four. If you ain't played Death Stranding 1, play Death Stranding 1, then play 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all stuff you need to do. Keep rocking with us, man, at Fukunama. You can find me there or on Instagram at Sonny Burns, but I ain't really active on there. SANIBURNS. Do what you do. You can follow me. I may follow back. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. But you can always find me with the gang at Fukunama. It's all good. Drop us likes, comments, subscribes, all that, man, and let us know what you like and what you don't like. We always here for a good, healthy debate. We got takes. We got all of it. So keep rocking with us.
I want to say one last thing. I forgot to say it because it's a little bit of an achievement to me. Anybody that's in or going to be in Atlanta or around Atlanta, I will be at DreamHack Atlanta. Your boy got a credit invite, so I'll be there, man. So anybody that's gonna be in that area,
nice,
come holler at your boy, man. But yeah.
That's what's up.
I just love that corner over here. It's like, hey, my IG's dusty, but still go there though. Check me out.
I mean, you can if you want to. Look, it's no pressure. it's no pressure.
But it's your guy does a skies, and I just wanted to mention because I realized, and I feel like a bad friend. It was somebody's birthday yesterday. Evie's birthday yesterday. So shout out to Evie one more time.
Hey, you late? We already gave him a shout out, but hey.
Hey, I'm doing it again at the end because I wasn't here in the beginning. Let's go.
No, I'm just playing. We did it before the recording, but nah, man, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, good looking.
He did not go to Olive Garden. He did not go to Olive Garden for the
I did not.
Which is crazy. This is crazy.
You didn't get the chocolate mix?
He be at Olive Garden. He be at Olive Garden, man. You better get them motherfucking breadsticks, bro. What are you doing?
Wait, go to Red Lobster. Get the cheddar biscuits.
The cheddar biscuits.
Get the crab boil now. They got everything.
Nah, just go to another crab place, bro. Just go to our seafood place. Get the boil.
Anyway, shout out to Wavy. Just want to say happy birthday, bro. Every year gaming, every year you keep gaming, living your life. We're always happy to see that because the way the world is, you never know. So I'm always happy to shout my friends. But anyway, Desert Skies out here living live. Just give you this 3 different ones. We all know that a Desert Fox.
Hey, okay, hold on. Before you get in all this bullshit, why don't you drop the project you was working?
It's not ready yet. That's why.
Okay, it's all good.
You can't let people know before. They might try to take a good idea, but
okay, no, my bad.
But
It's
let you
all
know
good.
it's gonna come out.
Okay,
So it's coming out soon. It's in the background.
You cooking something
that,
up, okay? Of course. I just want you to get all the love.
I'm gonna switch it up because of that shout out for a future project. A Desert Fox is just as cool as a corner fox. A Desert Fox collects as many coins as a corner fox. And you know what? A Desert Fox, it's still better than a corner fox. But I couldn't think of a third one.
The struggle. You should have kept it how you did.
Think of it,
You should have kept it how you was doing it. Desert Fox.
But find me on your socials. Desert Skies, not dessert, only one S, Desert Skies. And we're out here, always doing the podcast. Always want to shout out, thank you, Frosty and Waver, always keeping Fukuname 10 toes down at us, still relevant, doing stuff. So we really do appreciate it. Because, if it was left as other people, man, we wouldn't be here. Me. But, we try to do that. But, like that. Yeah, on to the next one.
Don't play yourself like that.
Yeah, don't play yourself like that.
Right. All right, host.
Don't do that.
One true noob here. Creator of the Order Sanctus. Second book is actually coming out soon. It's in the editing process right now.
Nice.
And first one can be found on Amazon, The Straight Line.
Okay.
So, thank you, HH, for coming on. I enjoyed the conversation. I'll try to be much more funnier and give much more one-liners next time. But anyway.
You dropped a couple draws, not going to hold you.
I'm trying to get even better. But anyway,
always, 1% better. Shout out to Be Nice or Else.
So, catch us on the socials, rate us 5 stars. Thanks for coming out.
And if you would, Desert Skies.
Hold on, who are you?
What?
I was saying, who are you? Never mind, you already did
it. Now we gotta do it again. If you would. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
I was like, you want a third?
Peace.
I was like,
I forgot.